PWP Nation,
where wrestling discussion lives.
Well, hello there. Dukes, Keith, and Griff here from the Anything But Credible podcast, a.k.a. the ABC Pod. Fellas?
Holla.
Oh, hello. We're here to let you know that you could be possibly missing out on the best podcast ever created, aside from the Offended podcast, of course, and you don't want to be missing that. Now, what makes us the best? Griff? Yeah, great. Keith? Exactly. Look, I'll keep it really simple for you. Crazy people, crazy news, crazy theories, crazy uncredible. That's right. We made that word up. Griff, Keith, say something crazy for me.
Russia wants you to believe in Finland. Real.
Nice. Look, you can find us just about anywhere that you get your podcasts, especially Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at ABC Pod. That's ABC POD. Twitter at _ABC Pod. And Instagram at ABC Podcast. Check in with us for a new episode every Monday and join the conspiracy to commit stupid. We will see you then, and shout out to the Offended Podcast.
Adios. Later, guys. Like you more than a friend.
What's up, everybody? Kyle Fauché here to tell you about my brand new podcast, the Going Off Topic podcast, brought to you by the Anything But Credible Network. On Going Off Topic, I look at all forms of media, from different real and theoretical angles that you don't usually hear about. From movies, to TV, to music, to sports, to gaming, to anything really. You never know what the topic will be, but you're guaranteed a new angle and a different conversation about it, that's for sure. You can find Going Off Topic anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Check out our social media feeds on Facebook, Going Off Topic with Kyle Fauché, on Twitter, going_off_topic, and don't forget about anythingbutcredible.com, where you can find everything for the pod, including the written blog post. That's right, we're carrying over the Going Off Topic blog to anythingbutcredible.com too. So check it all out there, and I'll catch you on the next topic.
And welcome to Offended, presented by PWP Nation. It's your boy, Tricky, alongside from the poop pit, Stoutsy.
Heyo, what's up, you fucking marks?
Will you ever return to the cockpit? That's the question.
I don't know. Last week I literally thought was like the end of my days. Hashtag Baron Corbin. Last week was, dude, I had never felt like worse in my life than last week. I was like, this is it, man. This is when I was like, somebody fucking cue Green Day Good Riddance. You boys on your way out. Actually, you
so fucked up.
Do you wanna hear a funny story from yesterday?
Sure.
So yesterday I went to get my first like infusion thing for a new medicine, because my older medicine just did not do a damn thing for me for 3 months. So it's this little place you go into. You have like your own like big chair, reclines. You can get like warm blankets if you want, which is incredible. And then like they'll bring you drinks and stuff if you want. You just got to sit there, and this thing takes like 3 hours. Well, before I started, I'm sitting there talking to the doctor. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I go to the bathroom. I come back out. My mom came with me because I didn't know how I was going to feel after it and if I was able to drive.
Yep.
And she's talking to like this old man, and I'm like, who the fuck is she talking to? And she's like, oh, hey, this gentleman here, he has ulcerative colitis too, and he's here for his infusions as well. And I was like, oh, and he's like, hi, I'm Jim. And I was like, oh, I'm Jim. And this guy's like probably like 70s, and like I'm looking at him, and he's got like, all right, so I'm in there like, you can wear whatever you want. So I have like, a baseball cap on, a hoodie, sweatpants, and just some like moccasins. And I look at this guy, and he's got a baseball hat on, hoodie, sweatpants, and moccasins.
He's got moccasins on?
Yes, and his name's Jim. And I was just like, well, there's my fucking future. And I was like, well, I guess on the good thing, at least I think I'll be alive for quite some time. On the bad side, I'm going to be dealing with this shit for quite some time. And I was just like, he was like, hey, I'm Jim. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, old man. I'm going to throw you out this window. You motherfucker.
It's like Back to the Future.
It was. It was just funny because he was just like dressed the same as me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do about this, man. And I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Dude, that's hilarious.
God. Yeah. What a fucking day.
I don't have that funny of a story, but I was at my brother's hockey game the other night, and one high schooler walks by, like wearing like Vans skinny jeans and like a jean jacket, and Kay goes, "Look, there's young you," and I'm like, "Haha."
What a zing by the naked lady!
I know.
Wow.
Oh, she's been on one lately.
That's because I haven't been around to take her down a notch.
Dude, we played poker at Corey's house the other night, and she was just chirping everybody. I was like, "What the fuck? Where's this coming from?" Corey's like, dude, chill. Just chill.
Just chill.
And then he starts talking shit to her like immediately after that.
Classic Corey.
Man. But anyway, yeah, Corey's not here again. You know, our part-time, full-time host.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's got it like set up. I think Wednesdays after work he has to go and meet the baby mama and stuff and
do the dad thing
and all that good shit. So, what a bummer. Well, kids
suck.
Yeah, they really do.
All right. Well, let's not waste any more time, I guess. Actually, so as I woke up this morning, I got a notification on my phone, and I saw that starting next year, or is it 2 years?
It's next year. I think.
Yeah, next year, yeah. I forget we're in 2019 now. It's still 2016 in my head. But I wake up and I get a notification from the NHL saying that starting in 2019-20 season, the St. Louis Blues will be broadcasted on ESPN 101. No shit.
Jesus. What idiots.
Like this, we called this. We called this like a few weeks ago. We're like, they're probably going to be on ESPN 101 in like a year or two because there's no way that they're backing them up like this much just for nothing.
Right. Yeah. Fucking. A lot of people are pissed because a lot of people like out of town and stuff don't get 101 ESPN.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, cool, thanks. Like even people like, I don't know, even an hour or so outside of Missouri. I don't know how true like an hour is, but relatively close range or like in Illinois and stuff, they're like, okay, well, 101 better bump up their range because I can't listen to Blues games now.
You know, I'm not like sticking up for 101 because I think they're I'm not going to say that because I know a bunch of people that work there that I like other than like good old Ram, but
Randallberry.
Yeah. But it's like, dude, just get the app. The app works everywhere.
Well, the Blues app?
No, the ESPN I think has an app. Like,
oh, does it?
101, like, yeah, has like an app to where you can like listen. Well, you can download. I know, like iHeartRadio, like you can listen to any radio station like on that app. Like you can just like pick Florida and like search the Florida radio stations. So I'm sure there's something like that. But I know KMOX, like it reaches down to like fucking New Orleans. Like New Orleans can get KMOX.
Yeah. So I don't think 70-year-old Jerry probably wants to put an app on his phone. He probably just wants his fucking bunny-eared radio like me and my dad have to listen to KMOX. But yeah, you know, I mean, that's just one of those things where it's like you got to keep up with, I guess, the times. But I wonder if that means they're going to have different announcers.
I hope not. I really hope not. I like Kerber.
So do I. I haven't really listened to too much radio to where I don't know if I like Vitale or not, but I like Kerber.
I'm not a fan, personally.
Yeah, my dad kind of said the same thing. He's like, I don't hate it, but he's like, I don't.
Yeah, like he seems like a nice guy.
There's something missing there. My dad was just a huge Kelly Chase fan on the radio, though, because he just loved that Chaser just fucking told it how it was.
Exactly. The Blues were like, nope, we're not having any of that.
Yeah. And Kerber does too. Kerber has no problem. He'll lean into the team if he has to, but yeah, I don't know how good Vitale is. He might not have too long of a run. Also, it's his first time, so It's tough doing radio.
Yeah, it's just like, but it's like you said, or like your dad said, like, I don't hate him. Like, he seems like a great guy, but he's just too, like, goody two-shoes for me. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think the Blues might have a little too much control over their media, and,
you think?
Hey, you gotta make us look good. You gotta put us over, kid.
Like, I mean, it was so obvious that fucking, like, that was gonna happen. Like, they were so far up Armstrong's ass this past year. It was like, dude, he's making some horrible fucking moves. Like, how can you stick up for him?
Yeah. It's like they were like slaves to him. Just like, yay, good job.
I just love that we called it. That's like my favorite thing. Like, we've called like this called this whole season.
It was pretty easy to see.
Easily.
If people were paying attention like we are, it's like, yeah, they're the only people that are like, never say a bad thing about the team.
Right.
It's like, well, I wonder why. Randleberry.
They're getting paid, that's why.
Yeah. Must be a good amount of money or something.
Oh, shit. All right,
Idiots.
well, fuck them. Let's get into songs of the week.
Let's do it. I'm actually picking my last song right now.
All right. I'm assuming that we might have the same song for one pick. We might. If you're going by newer music.
No, I'm not.
All right, then never mind.
So we probably won't.
All right, well, good.
Maybe, I don't know though. Just depends.
All right, do you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead and start.
Did you listen to last week, by the way?
No, I didn't.
Corey got me. Corey got me good last week.
On a singer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, we're getting ready to do songs of the week, and I'm like not thinking. He just goes, "Hey, you want to kick it off?" I'm like, yeah, sure. And I go to talk. He's like, "I'll do it." Number one. It's like, fuck.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, well, Jim's not here. It doesn't count. So.
Oh. You always find your way to fucking. You always spit at John Cena.
I do. Yeah. John Cena. Oh, by the way, we'll get into the Royal Rumble in a little bit. But your new predictions champion, Lord Tricky Baby.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that at the Rumble. That's just how the story. It's just how the storyline had to be written.
God, Goldie looks great over my arm again. But anyway, let's. I'll kick it off. Number one, I got. Since we're, I'm gonna do like one 90s song a week until you come back, because we decided last week that when you come back will be our last 90s episode.
Yeah, it should have been like 4 weeks ago, but sorry.
But Corey and I made the executive decision that when you come back, so that way you'll have a fun episode when you come back, be our last 90s episode. But my first song of the week is Sexy Motherfucker by Prince.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's just a great song. You sexy motherfucker. He just does that like over and over for like 4 minutes.
Good old Prince. They should just replay his performance at the Super Bowl every year.
They should. They should replay that and U2's from 2001 or 2002, whenever that happened.
Just do that.
Because that U2 one was fucking awesome, because it was like the tribute to 9/11, and then Prince would just tore the house down.
Prince is just fucking Prince.
That's probably the greatest halftime show of all time.
Easily. All right. My first song this week. Gonna do a little song by the Lumineers. A little ho hey.
I've been trying to do it right.
I think ever since. Did you see the video of that guy from like the KHL doing it at the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he actually sounded pretty good, and I was like,
it wasn't too bad.
Man, I was like, it wasn't too bad for a grungy hockey player. Mm-hmm. What's funny is I don't think the people over there knew that song.
No, not at all. The hockey players did, but like
but I don't think the fans did.
No,
at all. And then like a week later, like a couple of weeks ago, there's a video that came out, and it was like during a timeout or a video review that was going on forever. They started playing it. Like everybody in the crowd was like singing the song. So I guess he just like made it. People there were probably like, "Oh, this song is fantastic."
This is a great song.
And I was like, "Oh, I kind of like this song." And I just started listening to it, and now I'm over it.
Can you imagine if you like sang like the Hanukkah song over there, and then like
that would be Hysterical.
The crowd's just like, what's this?
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. They're like,
go
what
back.
what the fuck's wrong with this guy? Oh, man. So,
saying, pleased to meet you.
gotta say something real quick about little SNL.
Yeah.
Did you see what I retweeted?
No.
I know we don't get political on here, but Donald Trump Jr.
Oh, I did see that.
retweeted somebody that like pointed out a bunch of stuff, and he goes, "Yeah, it's like something funny, like a S and L skit." He put S like the little symbol for and L, and I was like, "You are an idiot,
dude." He can't. It's that he has to think like that was a joke, right? That can't be serious. Like he doesn't know what the N and S and L means. Like that can't be serious, right?
I hope not.
My God, what a fucking idiot!
Yeah, I was dying at that. Just wanted to throw that out there.
What a fucking idiot! Oh, speaking of politics, real quick, I just gotta say, thank God that the government's back on for like 3 weeks because I'm going to Vegas this weekend, and I was really worried about my flight. So,
oh yeah,
oh boy.
Oh shit, I forgot you're going there this weekend.
Yep.
I forgot you're going to the Super Bowl.
What's not? No, the Super Bowl's in Atlanta.
Oh god, duh, dumbass. I don't know why I thought that.
Idiot.
You're going to Super Bowl weekend.
Dude, a lot of people actually thought that, though. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Vegas. Got an all-inclusive party for the Super Bowl. They're like, oh, dude, the Super Bowl's going to be in Vegas? I'm like, no, it's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm just going to Vegas.
You talked it up. It sounded like you're going to the Super Bowl.
Well, either way, I mean, it's basically, I will call it the Super Bowl anyways, just because it's Vegas.
Yeah, it'll be more fun than the Super Bowl, so.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. This game is going to be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. I hate the Super Bowl, so.
Can't wait to talk about football stuff with you in 10 minutes. All right. Well,
All right, what's your song?
my second song this week is by a little-known rapper by the name of J. Cole.
Okay.
He has a brand new song out called Middle Child. Really good.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I like it.
Is it good?
Yep.
I like J. Cole.
So what?
He's just true to himself.
Mm-hmm. And that was the song I thought you were going to have. So I was like, had Florence and the Machine as a backup just in case.
No, I haven't listened to that song yet.
And you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. Florence and the Machine, Moderation. Go listen to that song too.
Okay, I do like Flow.
Yeah, that's my number two.
All right, so my number two, a little throwback to the the mid 2000 mixer days. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Lovers and Friends,
Ooh.
featuring Usher and Ludacris, I believe. Yeah,
I think so. God, I forgot about that song.
Little Lovers and Friends action, you know, a little bumping and grinding at the mixer.
That song's like really dirty, isn't it?
Save space for Jesus. Get out of here, lunch lady Michelle. Getting my jeans rubbed on right now.
Yeah, I hear lunch lady Michelle.
Yeah, that song is pretty dirty.
Did I tell you the story of how I got kicked out of a mixer one time?
Oh.
So, this one chick there, total, just gonna call her a slut. So, she like laid me down on the ground and started like doing some like freaky grinding shit on me. And I'm like 13, 12 years old, so like, this is cool. And
Yeah.
they came over, yelled at me, only at me. I'm like, I'm laying down. Why am I the one getting yelled at? It's bullshit. And then Petey Pablo came on. You know,
Little Freak League.
no, take your shirt off, twist around your head, spin like a helicopter.
Oh yeah, Raise Up.
Yeah, I took off my shirt and started swinging it around, and they just grabbed me and took me outside. I couldn't come back in.
So the true story is that they kicked you out because you were the only one that was like, "Can we play U2 for 4 hours straight?" And all the kids were like, "Shut up, Todd."
That joke makes no sense to my story, Jim.
That's just the true story to why you got kicked out.
Oh, they wouldn't play Beautiful Day, damn it.
Just play Sweetest Thing.
I just want to slow dance to Sweetest Thing. You look at this girl in the eyes and just be like, I touched her butt.
What's funny is I didn't get kicked out of a mixer, but they wouldn't let me leave.
They wouldn't let you leave?
No, because I was just like, I don't want to be here. My ride's here. I'm going home.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just like, and remember they used to like not let you leave.
Yeah, it's like, but my rides, but they're outside.
Yeah, they're like,
Let me
really?
go.
What's the car? And you're like, I'm like a big ass Suburban. They're like, I don't see one. And I'd be like, it's right there. And they're like, oh, that one. And it's like, yeah, like where do you think I'm gonna go? Like, just let me leave.
Yeah, I remember. Well, it's funny because like if you walk out, like because we're so dumb, if we just walked out, they're not going to chase after you, like because they have all the other kids. Like,
Oh yeah,
and you're not going to get in trouble. Like,
right. Yeah, like they're gonna call the police because I fucking left a mixer.
yeah, like
to
it's so.
go
I wish I
somewhere
would have
else.
known that. Like back in the day, I could have just walked out. Like
No shit. Yeah, God, that was the worst. And then you're just dancing with a girl, and they're like, "Back it up now, back it up, off each other." Yeah.
and then you just scoot back closer together, like as they walk away.
Like, shut up, Susan. You're probably leaving with the other chaperone, Jerry, and you're both married.
Yeah, Susan, go with Michelle and make out in the back, you losers.
Yeah. Or I see that ankle tattoo. And that was the mixer days.
All right, cool. Is it my song?
I think it's yeah, it is your song.
and that was Mixer Talk.
It's your song.
My third song this week is by Fiddler. They have a brand new album out, really good. It's really grungy. I like it a lot. And the song is called Scam Likely. Really good, really good band. They totally are like a throwback to like 90s grunge, and I love it. But this song sounds like The Clash. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
I can dig that.
they're all over the place, but like this is like the one song that's like throwback to the Clash days, and then the rest is like screaming grunge music.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't never heard of the Fiddler.
They're good.
Or Fiddler. Is it Fiddler or the Fiddler?
It's just Fiddler.
Okay. It's just Fiddler. I'll have to check them out. Need some 90s grunge in my life.
Dude, they're good.
What was that, your third song?
Yeah, that was my Trey.
Okay.
That was my Trey song. Get it?
Done?
No, never.
My Trey song this week
What a
is
stupid joke.
by a little guy named Alan Stone. Have you heard of him?
I think so.
A little song called Unaware.
Huh.
It's actually an old song from my 2011. It's actually
I'm unaware of that song.
God, you're like a shitty Cartoon Network show that got canceled after like 3 episodes.
I'm slap happy right now, man.
I wish I was. Yeah, it's a little song from 2000. It's one of these songs where I was just scrolling through Facebook one night at fucking 3 a.m. like I always am, and it's like this guy said he'll never do the song unless it's a duet ever again after doing it with this guy. And it was one of those like voice shows, or maybe it was American Idol with like Lionel Richie and shit. And these guys just fucking killed the song, and I was like, damn, that was pretty good. And then I went and found like the original song, and it's like from 2011. And I was like, oh, this is old, but
This is old.
it's a nice little song. I think it's a little windows down action.
A little windows down action, eh?
Maybe not right now because it's
Because it's like 6 degrees, but on Saturday and Sunday it's gonna be like 65 degrees.
yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, the good brothers up north sent down the chill. Hey,
So fucking stupid. I'm gonna pause songs of the week real quick because when I woke up this morning, one of my favorite comedians, Chris D'Elia, I didn't know he has a podcast called Congratulations, and he posted a video of this R. Kelly thing from like a couple weeks ago.
okay.
Listen to this. Just listen. This is real. This is real, by the way. They showed the footage of R. Kelly in Ethiopia recently singing this song that he made up for Ethiopia for like a little fundraiser thing.
Jesus Christ.
Here you go.
R. Kelly's a bad guy, obviously. He pisses on 14-year-olds. Nothing worse. Nothing worse. If he wasn't a bad guy and an actual good guy, this would be the most illest song of all time. Because it's so basic, and he just says what he wants. That's the thing I like about R&B. It's the thing I liked about R. Kelly's songs, too, until I realized he pissed on 12-year-olds. So this is what he sings to people in Ethiopia.
I got it.
Do you have your passport? He's in Ethiopia. Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America. Just to send it home another time, said America again. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? The fact that he calls himself Rob is really the icing on the cake. Like he's like, look, call me Rob though. Dude, I'm sorry. The greatest lyrics of all time. Did you get your shots? Like a badass motherfucker singing R&B, but we still gotta fucking play cool by the government. You know what I mean?
God.
Yeah, just listen.
You still need your passport. Even though I'm gonna do such dirty things, you still need your passport. Did you get your shots? Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? So unsexy. I mean, passport. Did you get your shots? Son sexy. Think about it, a fucking girl in a doctor's office and with blinding fucking neon lights. I'm sorry, but did you get your passport? Made my jaw drop. And then when he said, fucking, did you get your shots? I had to pick it up off the floor like the mask. Did you get your shots? Would you like to come back with Rob to America? Least sexy name of all time, Rob! Dude, it's so amazing how not sexy he made it. Like, you could be like, I want to travel you all over the world and take you in my private jet, back with me to home and make sweet love to you. But he was just like, you just got right down to it. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Come back with Robert to America. Ha! So not sexy.
Yeah. Dude, he legit did all that. Like,
That's so funny. I just looked up that video and shared it to my buddy Mick's Facebook wall because we're always talking shit about like crazy shit R. Kelly and 50 Cent does, and he's gonna lose his mind over that.
dude, it's just great because, like, Chris D'Elia's just sitting there and he's just looking at the people, like, filming. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, all right, so who's the guy kind of narrating over it?
Chris D'Elia. I think I've showed you some stuff by him before. He's fucking hilarious. Like,
His voice sounded really familiar, but as soon as those lyrics, when it was like, "Do you have your passport?" And then when he said, "Did you get your shots?" Literally laying in bed right now, my jaw was just like dropped for like a minute. I was like, "No way!"
did you get your shots?
That is. Do you want to come back with Rob? I was hoping he would go on a rant about like him calling himself Rob.
Robert.
Like, what a loser! Oh my god, he is like the shittiest person in the world.
He
but
is.
That's hysterical.
He is, like, mentally unstable. Like, how this guy still has a career is beyond me.
Did you see my tweet like a week or so ago?
Yeah, I think so.
About R. Kelly, where I was like, so since I've been sick, every once in a while, I people probably can't tell from my social media because I'm just trying to crack jokes because it's the only thing that keeps me somewhat sane for like 5 seconds in my life when I'm sick. And I tweeted, and I was like, yeah, it was something like, I know R. Kelly like completely screwed up, but like, am I still allowed to just bump the Ignition song? Because like, it's a pretty damn good song.
Right.
Like,
Or, like, I Believe I Can Fly.
yeah, like, can I still? Is it publicly okay to still listen to Ignition remix by R. Kelly, or like, is that not going to be allowed? Because that will just upset me.
I think it's publicly okay to listen to anything before, like, anything after World's Greatest. I think that's where the cutoff is. If you listen to anything new,
because I think he was pissing on girls back when Ignition was around. So it's yeah, that's the thing. Maybe we can just
fuck. He did have like a really like banger of a song with Usher too.
Yeah, he did. It's like, god damn
I'm a flirt.
Yeah, I'm a flirt. I'm a flirt. Oh God, that's the that's
Dude,
the
we should
funniest thing I've
parry
ever
that. We should parry that if nobody else has like parried that song yet.
Oh my God.
I gotta fart.
Yeah, that could be me.
I got too much gas built up, mama fart. I
Oh,
gotta
God.
take a shit really bad. Actually have a disease. It's ulcerative colitis.
Dude, we could do one to the world's greatest.
Oh, dude.
Like, I'm trying to think of something like when he's like, "Hey, I made it." It could like be something along the lines of me like being able to make it to the bathroom. Like, "Hey, I made it. I didn't shit my pants." Oh my God,
I'm
dude.
not stopping the sky. I'm that turd in the toilet. Hey, I made it to the bathroom.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. I've been thinking about this for like a couple years. I always fancy myself as a I can make up some parodies right off the top of my head every once in a while when I'm listening to a song. I think the world needs a new like Weird Al.
But like R-rated.
Yeah, and I think we can make it work.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's possible.
Have I never sent you the Chris D'Elia thing with him ripping on Drake? Like, he rips on Drake, like, multiple times, and it's hilarious.
You probably did.
Where he's, like, talking about, like, he's like, I got fucking Drake stuck in my head. He sucks, but I have him stuck in my head. He's like, started at the bottom, now we here. He's like doing this thing where he's like, he puts his hands, like, at the bottom of his body. Then he puts it higher and higher. And he's like, this is a song about what my hand is, but you can't tell. It started at the bottom, now we're here. Started over here, now we're there. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Drake, what's the song called? I'm going to call it Locations. He's like, do you ever think Drake was just in like a fucking like motorcycle shop? And he's like, I can't ride a motorcycle yet, but they got these mopeds, these bitch ass mopeds, and he gets on the moped and he's like, started at the bottom, now we're here riding away. It's like, then a little later on, I'm gonna get a motorcycle.
Oh God.
Oh, dude, it's great.
I gotta listen to more stuff of this guy.
Dude, he's fucking great. He's like Drake always sings like he's a pussy. He's like, I'm crying in the shower. He's like, used to be like, listen to rap. He's like, you're gonna die by the end of the song. He's like, oh shit, I guess I better turn this off, or I guess I better turn it up. I don't know. Now with Drake, it's like, I'm crying in the shower. It's like, what the fuck happened to rap?
Why am I crying right now?
Dude, he's good. Yeah, I gotta send you some stuff because he's fucking great.
Definitely. So is it your song?
Is it 4?
Yeah.
My 4. I like that little.
No. Wait, hold on. Wait. 1, 2. Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, cool. My next song is by Lav. I think it's how you pronounce their name, Lav.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've had a few songs by him before.
We mix them up with Lonnie
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know if it's Lav or just like Law.
or Lavi.
Lau.
Louv.
Lau. Are you going to the mall today?
But yeah, I'm picking them, and their song is "I'm So Tired." They have a new song came out last week.
Yeah, I listened to that. It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Forgot about that.
A lot of good like new music came out last week. Like a shitload of good music came out last week.
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow like the all new like indie playlist that Spotify does, but like everything that was on that playlist last week was fucking great.
I'll have to check it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Love.
Live.
Live. I like him. He's got some good songs.
Yeah, he does.
Good pick, Todd.
Thanks, man.
So my number 4. My number 4 is off the new album that I kind of liked, kind of didn't like. It's hit or miss. Weezer. Their cover of "Everybody Wants to Rule the World."
Dude, I loved that album.
I liked the songs. Like I didn't hate, but a couple of them I was like, man, not too bad. I mean, they did a good job, like really nailing like the sound and stuff. But,
yeah.
Like I was just like, that's not my. Like I'd rather not have heard a cover of that song. But
dude, they killed No Scrubs.
They killed No Scrubs, definitely.
Take on Me was actually really good. I thought
Take on Me was really good. What was the other one they did? Mr. Blue Sky, I thought they did a good job.
Yeah.
Billie Jean, I didn't like all that much.
Yeah, the Billie Jean one I didn't care for. I didn't care for Paranoid because they tried, like, they obviously, like, made his voice sound too much like Ozzy,
Yes.
my opinion.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I really fucking enjoyed that album.
Yeah. I didn't listen to Africa because I heard it 90 million times.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
YRL.
Yeah. But, yeah, I really liked the Everybody Wants to Rule the World cover, which I was, like, nervous about because that's one of my favorite songs.
Same, dude. Same.
Man, that's not the park. But, yeah, like, Mr. Blues, like, they really did a good job nailing, like, the sound or, like, taking you back to, like, that era of music.
Mm-hmm. They really, yeah.
They didn't switch it up too much, but just enough to where it's like, all right, this has got. It's like the Weezer. Like if Weezer had to do a take on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, these songs. So and the Sweet Dreams song.
Oh yeah, they did a really good job on that.
Yeah.
And the bass fucking hits on that song if you listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
But
good album.
Mike, I just want to say real quick.
Mike. Oh God.
I just want to say real quick, when we do our first 80s episodes, I call dibs on Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
What the fuck? No.
Dibs.
You know what? I'm pretty sure I already have it on the playlist, so whatever.
Oh, dude, so do I. That's one of my all-time favorite songs as well. Like, I love that fucking song.
Yeah, it's so good. Fine. You know what? I got dibs on, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm losing it. I just want to use your love tonight.
I get dibs on Time After Time.
Oh,
Oh. If you really want to piss me off, just be like, I have dibs on Joshua Tree.
I'll trade you Joshua Tree for Time After Time.
No deal. I need Everybody Wants to Rule the World in there as well.
Jesus, Armstrong, make a deal.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Now I'm mad.
Sorry if you can hear the fan. I'm in the real poop pits right now.
You're in the John Cena?
Yeah, I'm in the John Cena.
Hey, you want to know a fucking fun fact that fucking blew my mind? The song She Drives Me Crazy is actually an 80s song.
Yeah.
I thought it came out in like 92 because apparently it got really popular again in like 1992.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest music videos ever.
It's just crazy because like I don't think they were on SNL until like the mid 90s. Like
No, they
playing
weren't.
that song.
Well, I think they're from a different country, I think. So I think it was one of those like delayed things of like music making its way over to
From England.
Yeah, I feel like that used to happen back in the day with some songs. It was like, oh yeah, over in the UK it was really, really popular, but it never like made its popularity in the United States for like a couple years or something. But
Pretty sure we could hear you like pooping or peeing or whatever.
No, I was just walking down the stairs.
Oh, I thought you were pooping.
No. I was trying to... You gotta haul this laptop around. No, I was going down the stairs. No, I'm back in bed. Yeah, dude, have you seen the music video for it, or do you remember it? It's
yes,
it's crazy.
Weird.
I want Jimmy Fallon to remake that music video with Paul Rudd, like they did with...
oh, dude, we should tweet that to him.
With, fuck, what was that song?
Go West?
Yeah,
I don't need to fall at your feet. To the bone. King of Wishful Thinking.
Yes, there it is. Yeah. It's fucking great.
It's a great song, by the way. I fucking love that song.
Fabulous song. Fabulous music video, too.
You know I will.
I'm the king of wishful thinking.
I think you actually picked that song for a song of the week. Cause it's
it was
on
like
the playlist.
it was like right after they did the parody music video.
God, that parody is fucking
Paul Rudd
hysterical.
just fucking nails it.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, I don't know if you've ever. I think I sent it to you when it came out, but like the blooper reel to them doing that music video is so fucking funny
because he's like getting into it.
Jimmy Fallon, he didn't think Paul Rudd was going to get that into it, and he just like loses it because he's just like Paul Rudd's just going like 0 to 100, and Jimmy's just like, what the fuck,
dude? If they make a movie Like if Paul Rudd could just make a movie for 2 hours of him just dancing, and I'd like laugh the entire time.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
Have you seen him dancing on Tim and Eric?
Yes, it's fucking hysterical.
It's fucking great. He always does that same dance move too. He's like shimmying like to the left and to the right.
Yeah. Yep.
And I do that when I get really drunk, and I just call it the Paul Rudd.
We should make a video of us we should just do a compilation video of us at bars doing the Paul Rudd and send it to him.
Dude, we totally should. We totally should.
As soon as I can get out of this house, so
we totally should do like a video of just Paul Rudding around St. Louis.
Yeah, just like down by like downtown, like by the yards, like, hey Jim, hit that Paul Rudd, and then I just do it
and just play King of Wishful Thinking just over it the whole time.
Yes. Gold. Write it down.
Dude, that is gold. That is gold. I don't even have to write it down. We just need to write down locations.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, dude, I just got excited. I want to go film that like now and send it to him. Like, Paul, you need to come on their show.
Oh, God. That'd be so good. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. All right. Is it your fifth and final song?
Did you do one?
Yeah. Did Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Weezer?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Dude, fucking hilarious. Watching NXT from last night, and Street Profits just came on, and you know how like Montez Ford comes out with the solo cup?
Yeah.
Everybody in the front row has a solo cup, just like waving it around.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you watch the clip I tweeted you?
I want to say yes.
The flip that he does?
Maybe I didn't.
I think I just tagged you and it just said bro.
When was this?
I want to say it was from last night's show or something like that.
Oh, if you tweeted it to my personal account, I haven't looked at it yet because I'm always on. Because I always get notifications for Twitter, and like a tweet from you will be like hidden in all the shit that we get on offended, which we've been like killing it lately. Yeah, dude, we did. I slacked on tweeting Tuesday. I just was feeling like crap, but Monday we did good. Sunday we did good. Yeah, that Balor tweet like exploded. Yeah. My Nia Jax tweet didn't do like, off the charts, but I wasn't expecting to get over 100 something likes and a good amount of retweets. I thought I was going to get a lot more backlash on it. You had like a couple. You had a couple tweets on Monday night that got over 100. I thought. Yeah, and I was like, I guess we're just firing all cylinders now. Let's go. And then now you have I'm not dealing with marks anymore right now, and I'm just unfollowing them. Did you see the one guy get mad at us for unfollowing him? I'm like, dude, you're being a troll. He's like, I'm not being a troll. I'm just like, I think people just need to use the unfollow button a little more. And like 10, on replies, you don't get likes if you'd send a conversation, but that tweet got 20 likes. It's yeah, dude, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. All right, my fifth and final song is a tie. It's my song. This is my songs of the week because I didn't know this was coming, and they're one of my favorite bands of all time. Vampire Weekend has 2 new songs out, Harmony Hall in 2021, or just 2021, whatever you want to call it. Fucking amazing songs. They're back. Good songs. So happy they're back. I feel like you were just talking about them a couple weeks ago. I was like, they haven't put out anything yet. They haven't put out anything. It's been since 2013 they put out new music. Yeah, that's right. What are they? Oh, Vampire Weekend? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw they had new songs too. I think it popped up on my Spotify or something, but I didn't listen to it. What were the 2 songs? 2021 and what's the other one? Harmony Hall. Oh, and they just announced that they're going on tour, but I swear to God, if it's on the same day as Ozzy Osbourne, I want to kill them. I doubt it. Let's see. Oh, fuck. Please don't be on the same day. Yes. All right. We're going to Vampire Weekend, baby. Fuck yeah. They're coming June 12th or something like that. Oh, nice. Sweet. I think if they were going to book St. Louis and then saw that Ozzy Osbourne was playing, they'd be like, dude, that's happened. That's happened to me before. Who the fuck would book it while an Ozzy Osbourne show's going on? I don't know. Well, I'm not saying just like Ozzy, but like there was a.
Oh, it's another band.
But it's like a big name band. I'm like, why would they book it on the same night that they're in town? Like that's so stupid. Like,
yeah, it's not a smart idea.
No, not at all. But I'm trying to see real quick. So the new album by Vampire Weekend called Father of the Bride is coming out, their 4th album. It's just crazy to me that like if I say 2013, a lot of people will be like, that's not that long ago. And then if you really think about it, like, yeah, we're in 2019 now. That was almost a decade ago. Like,
yeah,
isn't that crazy?
It's wild.
It is wild. They haven't put out new music in over 6 years. Like, that's a long time to like not put out new music when they're just kind of like, they're not like that big. Like,
right? Yeah. You think he'd be like putting out more and more music or something?
Mm-hmm. Trying to see. So I think I know why they spent such a long time like not doing it. But so they used to have this guy on their band or in their band who like wrote a lot of their music and composed like a lot of their music, kind of like how Georgie does for the 1975.
Yeah.
Rostam was his name. Rostam. I don't know how you pronounce his name correctly, but he left the band like after their last album to do his solo stuff, but it wasn't like an angry leave. He's just like, I just want to do my own shit. And I think Ariza Cohen, the lead singer of the Vampire Weekend, was like, well, we don't want to do music until you come back. And I think and I just looked it up, he is producing the next album, so. Whew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I guess he's back in the band, I guess just for this album. I have no idea, but I have a pretty strong feeling that was why that we haven't seen music from them in almost 6 years.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. But I'm excited. The new music's really good. And if you like, have you listened to any old Vampire Weekend stuff?
Dude, I feel like I had to have, because like when you were talking about it, I was like, that sounds really familiar. And like, no, I wasn't thinking Vampire Diaries because I don't watch that shit. But I was like, I feel like I know I've had to have heard a song, whether it was on like a video game I played or something.
You've definitely heard.
It just sounded familiar. So
here, this was in a commercial. Like they were even like, we didn't like, they were kind of like Matt and Kim. They're like, we didn't know that this was gonna blow up the way it did, and we're sorry for putting it in like a commercial. It's this song.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of their big ones.
And that voice just sounds familiar.
Yeah, and you definitely, I know you've heard this song.
Yep, there it is.
Like, they're fucking good, man. They don't have a bad song, in my opinion. Like, all 3 of their albums that they have out they're just like that. Like, they don't go like too extreme or like anything like that. But their last album is like one of my all-time favorite albums.
I'm gonna have to dive into it.
Yeah, it's good. You have to. You need to dive into that, and you still need to dive into U2, which I actually was working on the playlist for you.
Yeah, where's my playlist, Todd?
Are you actually going to listen to it?
Probably. I have nothing else to do.
All right. Well, I mean, I fucking gave you a video game to play, and you haven't even touched that yet.
I have not.
Which you should, because this is the perfect time to play it, because you'll get hooked on it.
I know. I gave up on
Red Dead?
Yeah, I just got tired of taking 40 minutes to ride a fucking horse 100 yards.
Everybody's been saying that. It's either like, people who play it are either like, I love it, and I can't put it down, or like, I got sick of riding around on a fucking horse.
Yeah, I was just like, Jesus Christ, it's taking forever.
Yeah. All right,
So,
what's your final song, eh?
My number one song this week is a song that came out, I want to say last week, possibly, and it was about a band that I was talking about the week before, because I put a song on, and I was like, man, I just like these guys. Whenever they come out with like a new single or something, I'm going to like one of their songs. Not knowing this was going to come out, little Judah and the Lion, Over My Head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that always happens to me with music. It probably happens to you too, where you're just like, yeah, you listen to me like, man, I haven't heard a song from them in a long time. And then all of a sudden there's just like a new song by them, and you're like, did I just like predict the future or something?
I said that to you 2 weeks ago, actually.
What?
When you were doing Songs of the Week and you picked Jude and the Lion, I go, they just came out with a new song. It was when I picked Long Shot by Catfish and the Bottlemen.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that. And I didn't even know they had a new song out.
Mm-hmm.
At all. I was just like, they came on the radio one day, when I was going to the doctor, and I was like, and it wasn't the new song, it was the song that I picked, the Take It All Back. And I was like, oh man, I haven't heard and I was like, this is gonna be a band like where I like when they come out with like a single, and I like it. And then they fucking did. What?
Was it the Doomsday like device thing from the Street Profits that you tagged me in?
Yeah.
They just did that. Holy
wait,
shit.
No, where he does the flip outside of the ring.
I'm assuming it's going to be right here because they're setting it up.
Yeah, probably.
Is
there a guy?
Push them.
Is there a guy outside of the ring right now?
Yes. Does he do it off the top rope?
No,
yep, here he goes. Oh, no, nope, never mind. Guy pulled down the fucking Forgotten Sons, man. I just don't like them.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah.
All right, well, anyway.
But yeah, a little Jude and the Lion Over My Head. I like it. Just a little catchy song.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it a lot. I actually forgot about it.
I haven't
pick it last week.
I think like their last album they had, I like tried to like dive into it, and it was like kind of hit or miss for me. Like it wasn't bad, but no, it's like, yeah, this is just one of those bands that I'm gonna end up liking, like the popular songs, of course, and nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. They kind of remind me of another band that's like how you just said, like you're not like really, really like into it, but like you'll listen to it every now and then.
Yeah.
I can't think. They had Street Profits fucking lost that match? Come on, NXT. Stop pushing the Forgotten Sons. They're a bunch of freaking losers.
Wait, is the match over?
Yeah.
You didn't see the flip?
No, I guess I was looking at the Vampire Weekend stuff.
God damn it.
God damn it, Todd.
I'm just going to tag Offended in it right now.
Yeah, I'll just go to my Twitter feed right now. Well, anyways, that was Songs of the Week. Make sure to go follow our playlist on Spotify at Offended Presents Songs of the Week. Go do it right now. Yeah. That was like our first Songs of the Week that actually lasted like really long again. The last couple times we've been doing it, we've been flying by. And actually, not going to lie, man, one-on-one with Corey was like a really smooth episode.
Was it?
Yeah, I didn't know like what to expect, but like it worked out very well. We did Songs of the Week at the end.
We talked about doing that before.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. What did you guys even talk about last week? I don't even remember anything from last week.
Oh, damn! Just saw the flip.
Yeah, he gets so much height.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Okay, yeah, because Ricochet's like literally insane.
Yeah, this guy goes. This other tweet of that video goes, Montez Ford jumping around higher than a Mario brother. No power up needed. No power up needed. It's like, that's so true.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah, dude, Street Profits are good. I liked when we watched them here.
Yeah, dude, Street Profits, they're entertaining.
They're entertaining and they can wrestle. It's perfect.
They can wrestle too.
Yeah, it's just too bad that tag team wrestling doesn't matter to Vince McMahon.
No shit.
So, but yeah, what'd you guys talk about last week?
We talked about the NFL. We talked about the two games, the NFL games, because like of all the controversy that was going on.
Yeah.
And actually, it was actually brought up like a really good conversation. I didn't think we were gonna get that like detailed into it, but Corey actually went off like pretty well.
Yeah, if he can get on some rants.
It was good though. I enjoyed it, and then our songs of the week lasted like 30 or 40 minutes.
Nice.
But we just had those two topics.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I think we maybe talked a little Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
how'd the Rumble episode go? Did you do the Rumble episode with
Toph?
PWP guys?
I did it with Toph. It was just me and Toph, and that was really good too. I was like, Toph, you're gonna be my co-host. And he's like, oh boy, all right. And he blew it out of the water. Like,
nice, dude.
But,
yeah, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, and like, well, he does his show with JCD, so I wasn't really worried. But like, I didn't know how our chemistry was gonna come off, but it worked out really well.
Nice.
But you could tell like I was on like a little delay, like getting to him, which that was the only annoying thing. Because like if I would say something, it'd be like a 3 or 4 second delay. So if I like jump in to say something, he would kind of go to start.
Yeah.
Like I could hear myself like faintly in the background. I'm like, shit, I'm not coming through like right away. But other than that, like it was really good. Like I liked it. I liked the information we put out.
Nice. Yeah, I was actually really. I said it last week. It was just like fuck. You and Corey thought I was like dead because I like legit. I like woke up to like all your guys' texts and stuff, and I was like, holy shit, these guys probably think I'm like.
Well, we were worried. Like,
in the hospital. Yeah, I just like. Because I was just so, like, I wasn't able to eat anything, and I was just, like, I just didn't have anything in me, like no energy. I like couldn't even focus for more than like 30 seconds. So I just passed out. Kind of like yesterday, I ended up passing out at like, I think I texted you like, yep, 7 o'clock. And then like 3 o'clock, I just like, I forgot that in that medicine I took, they send Benadryl through it too to like counteract anything.
God.
So I slept during pretty much most of my infusion. And then later I was just like laying in bed, dude. And it was like, you know, when you just try to keep yourself awake,
You can't do it.
yeah, and then I even set an alarm for like 6 o'clock because I was like, if I fall asleep, you know, and I slept through all of that. I felt I felt bad last week because I really wanted to fucking talk Rumble because there's a lot of good things to talk about, but you know, Corey stepped in, Toph stepped in. That's what we do at PWP.
So we got the PWB family, baby.
Yeah, damn right.
What was I going to
Except
say?
JCD, fucking can't stand him right now. I started chirping him on Twitter. I'm gonna start chirping him on Twitter. I think a little bit.
Did you see the thing his new article he posted today?
I saw the headline. I haven't read it yet. I almost don't want to read it and just rip him and without like seeing, because I'm sure I know he can tend to like think differently, but he also he'll put good points.
Yeah.
To back up his case.
He does. He always does.
But I think I'm just not going to read it and just like chirp the shit. He's been tweeting stuff, and I've just been wanting to chirp him so bad lately just to catch him off guard. Just to,
you gotta be careful though. You gotta be careful though because he's always sticking up for you. He's coming at me and sticking up and like he's on your side.
That's the thing. It's almost like a little heel turn here on him because he tweeted something. It was about the Rumble. He's like, if this or that happens and blah blah blah. You know, that I'm fine with it, and I wanted to be like, hey man, as long as you're fine with it, we're all fine with it. just to be a fucking.
I see what you're doing, Jim. Yeah, you're turning heel because Tommaso Ciampa, I win the title, and you're just Gargano, little puppet master.
It's basically like what happened. The storyline goes, you know, I'm sick. I defended my title well while being sick the last couple months, but you know now I need to, you know.
You were champion for 5 months.
Take my time to get better. It's kind of like, you know, when Michaels with the back injury and they, you know, had to write him off. You know, it's losing the championship, and that's kind of what. So basically, you have the title, but like your ratings are going to go down.
So here's the thing that I
come back and get it in 3 weeks.
We started doing these like the prediction like champion shit or whatever. We did it. We started at Money in the Bank, I want to say.
I think so.
Or did we start? We started at Takeover. Or no, we started at SummerSlam. But we started on the Takeover before SummerSlam. You won the Takeover, which you were the champ. I won at SummerSlam, and then I think you won at the next pay-per-view and just held it from there.
Yeah, I think I might have won it like Hell in a Cell.
Was it? Yeah, it's September, which doesn't... Here's WWE's logic. October's next month. It's Halloween time, but let's put the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in September.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think I held it through Hell in a Cell. I held it through Evolution. I held it through
Survivor
Series.
Crown Jewel. Super Showdown.
But
like the thing is...
NXT Survivor. I mean, easily the greatest title reign we've ever had.
Well, the thing is, though, like, what's crazy is that you would either win by one or we would tie. We tied on, like, several shows. And title doesn't change hands on a tie.
I think it was only, like, one or two.
There was,
that we tied on.
There was, like, 3 or 4.
I don't think so. Don't try to take this away from me.
No, I'm not trying to take it away from you. You had a hell of a title reign. But we tied on like 3 or 4 shows. I know for a fact, so I was getting pissed. I'm like, God damn it. That's when I started doing, because it wasn't until like the takeover before this last one against Survivor Series. So I was like, I got to start picking differently. Like, it's the only chance I have.
Yeah, I know. I think there was only one where you just like your picks. I think we legit had a bunch of different picks.
Yeah.
And and you just like got unlucky and it just somehow went all my way. It was like the one time
it was Survivor Series because it was all the Raw. Because
it was like stupid. Somehow I just blew you out of the water and it was like that shouldn't have made any sense.
No, because it was Survivor Series and the WWE's like, oh, Raw's got to win everything.
I am thinking though. We can discuss this more, and I'm not obviously. I think I texted you this. I'm not saying this because I lost, but should we have
Tiebreaker?
2 separate titles? like for like the NXT title for their shows, and then the WWE title?
I don't know. I kind of like maybe like if you win it and then you can just hot potato it back to me, and then I'm holding on to it for a while again.
That is true.
I kind of like the back and forth because I think it builds the intensity.
That is true. Maybe I'm just so mentally drained from being sick and defending back to back so much, and just giving the people what they want. But I got to go down to Alabama, go to rehab. It's where WWE sends all their guys.
Dude, you know what's crazy is I can see it. It's coming. Naked Lady's gonna win the title one of these times.
I thought she was gonna win. I thought she was gonna win NXT.
Dude, she was going to win the Rumble, but didn't listen to me.
Yeah, that's right. She was gonna win the Rumble
because she wanted to pick Becky for both matches, the women's and like the SmackDown title match. And I was like, you can't do that. It's got to be one or the other. Like, because she's not going to be, if she's the champion, like, she didn't understand that if you're champion, you're not going to be in the match. And so I'm like, if I were you, if you want to do that, pick Asuka, then pick Becky to win the Rumble, because that's what's going to happen. Yeah. And she's like, no, I'm going to pick Asuka and then Becky. And I'm like, oh, you dumbass. And then she goes, I knew I should have picked both. I'm like, no, you still would have gotten it wrong. Like,
yeah, I'm surprised you didn't pick Becky to win the Rumble.
See, dude, when Toph and I were talking about the Rumble and we came up with that Nikki Bella theory, it made a shitload of sense.
Yeah, what a dumb fucking theory, bud.
Dude, it made a shitload of sense because who else would like face Asuka? And now it's kind of like after that promo on Raw, if they add Charlotte to that match, like it needs to be one-on-one.
No, yeah, it needs to be one-on-one. It'll just be stupid if it, I know people are like, Charlotte, deserves to be in that.
I was gonna say that's the only reason why.
Spot, but it's like, you know what, dude? Like, so do a lot of people, and it's like Charlotte doesn't need to get every first-time opportunity of like things that happen, and that's like not saying she doesn't deserve it, but it's like it's okay if she doesn't.
You know what's gonna happen though?
She's gonna interfere.
No, if Charlotte wins the title if Charlotte does wrestle Asuka again at WrestleMania, Charlotte's gonna win because of that picture I sent you, like that Aaron sent me, because I could totally see WrestleMania ending that way with all the four horsewomen holding up titles at the end.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
It would be sick. I'd be totally for that, actually. Like,
yeah, so would I.
That's the only way I'd be for like Charlotte beating Asuka.
Yeah, which makes sense. I would do that.
The fuck yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, that it would. Well, do you want to get into kind of some Rumble, Raw, or SmackDown talk, or do you want to do football first?
Well, since we're on the wrestling, I guess we might as well stay on the wrestling.
All right, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Or do you want to talk Super Bowl? Because it'll be quick. It's up to you. It's up to you, bud. We'll let you call this decision because you've been in the poop pit and let you have a decision.
Yeah. We can do Let's do football first.
All right, let's do football.
Fuck Goodell. Dun dun dun.
Fuck Roger Goodell, who, by the way, shout out to Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports, getting arrested this past week.
A.k.a. What the fuck was his name? Lanny something?
I could do the NFL. How
Genius.
dumb is the NFL?
Right. How stupid are you?
Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not fucking believe it. But apparently, like, all, like, the Barstool guys were, like, there in disguise, and, like, Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams, was getting asked a question from PFT, and PFT started asking him a question, and he didn't know who he was at first. And then he asked him, like, hey, remember when you promised, like, those two guys when you sat in the back of a van and you said if you made it to the Super Bowl, you get those guys as sweet tickets? And McVay looks at him and goes, oh, damn. He's like, nice disguise. And he's like, I do remember that. How many tickets do you need? And PFT's
I remember he was like, oh, you guys got in here.
Yeah. No, and Sean McVay's like, we'll talk after this. I'm a man of my word. I'm like, that's fucking cool. If he is, Sean this is the hard fucking thing about the Super Bowl, is that I like almost everybody on the Rams, especially like their head coach. I cannot fucking stand Stan Kroenke, and that's why I don't want them to win. And not to mention, I'm a Patriots fan. Like,
right.
I'm rooting for my boys, the Patriots. Like, but like everybody on the Rams is cool. Like they're cool. They're
all the players, the coaches, everything are fucking. Even all the way to the guy that is Sean McVay's pullback coach. His job is to legit just make sure he does. And people are like, "That's a stupid job." I'm like, actually, if you watch, it's actually kind of cool because it just shows how into the game McVay is.
Yeah.
And it's like, he doesn't want to have to take the time to worry about running into a referee, so this guy just fucking just grabs him and moves him out of the way. Like, what a job.
And what about Julian Edelman? Which I didn't know this. Edelman was like, McVay's the same age as me. I played against him in college. Like, he's a stud. Yeah. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's one, like, his mind, he's like, the way his mind works is crazy. Like, that's awesome.
Sorry, go ahead. He kind of...
Oh, fuck!
I call him the...
Sorry, watching 205 Live. Kalisto's took a hell of a bump.
I call him the John Cooper of the NFL.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's coach, because he's younger, and he came in with like this completely different
Talk about
mindset of...
Michael Keaton?
Yeah. But, like just a young guy that kind of came in with a little bit different approach to the game, and it fucking works.
Yeah. It totally did.
Yeah. Thanks, Stan Kroenke. Gave us that ugly bitch with a mustache for fucking 10 years.
No shit. Oh, just got an update. David Perron placed on IR.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Not good at all.
Boy. But anyway, so, Super Bowl this weekend. Rams, Pats. I know you got the Pats because you're just a playoff bandwagon Patriots fan, but whatever.
Bite your fucking tongue. Been a fan of the Patriots since high school, because why would you root for a St. Louis team that obviously isn't trying?
See, me personally, I never hated football, but I was never like a huge football guy because I think they're all just a bunch of whiners. So I honestly don't care who wins this game. Like, part of me is like, I want the Pats to win just because, fuck Kroenke, but also
I just want
like
to see Kroenke with the fucking title.
But also, I don't hate if like the Rams win, because like those players work their ass off and they deserve it after going through. So a lot of them going through years of dealing with an owner and a coach that didn't care to,
Yeah.
And, what are the players? Are they going to fight and be like, no, we want to stay? If I'm a player and they're like, hey, we're going to go to LA, I'm like, sunshine and nice women and blah blah blah. Fuck yeah, I'll go there. But
weren't there two players that were like two big name players that are like, I want out because like I disagree with the way you're handling the situation?
Yeah, I think
it was Long, wasn't it?
Chris Long was one of them. He was like, these fans deserve better. This is bullshit, like.
And he's with the Eagles, right?
I think he was with the Eagles. I think he even went to like the Pats after, and then he went to the Eagles or something. He won a
Super Bowl.
I think so. Yes, I believe so. But yeah, him and another guy. I can't think of the other guy's name, but I know Chris Long was one that was like, this is just it's bullshit.
It was Laurinaitis.
Yeah. They were like, it's just bullshit the way these fans are treated, the way we had to deal with stuff. It's embarrassing. He's like, I don't want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of this. It's not fair to these fans and to us.
Mm-hmm. It was Chris Long, by the way, who won a Super Bowl and donated all that money to like that school.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. So I also don't blame the players. Like, they're young, and what are they going to do? Be like, I'm not going to play for this team? It's like, no, they work their ass off to the NFL. They're going to.
Well, and like Chris Long and James Laurinaitis, like they're good. They know their worth, and they know that they can go somewhere else and make something happen.
Exactly. Dude,
and they've been fed up for how many years? They're like,
right.
This is bullshit. Like now, and when that news broke out, Chris Long and Laurinaitis were basically like, oh, so you guys are making the team shitty on purpose. We were putting our bodies on the line, basically for nothing. You've made the fans of St. Louis like pay a bunch of money for nothing. Like, yeah. And I just think that's really cool of them. They're like, yeah, we went out. Like, because that's fucking bullshit. Way to stand up to them, though, for real.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, cause I said, and to like the younger guys, I look at it as like a young guy in WWE, like almost like Roman Reigns, where it's like, hey, we're going to put the title on you. He's not going to be like, oh, no, you go, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. yeah, I'll take that.
Mhm.
That's what those young kids are gonna. They're not gonna fight to stay in a city. Or threaten to be like to not play for the team. They're
Yep.
gonna do what they got to do. That's why it's like if the Rams win, good for the players. Like Todd Gurley, who was a big part to help turn this team around when he came here, and it's like they deserve it too. I'm not gonna. Like you said, I don't hate the players. It's like I don't want Stan Kroenke to have a part in winning anything because he didn't do shit.
He didn't. No, he purposely made the team bad, to get them to L.A. Like,
right.
That was all like that's been like proven. Like,
yeah,
that's been proven that's what happened. And like, have we sued them yet?
Yeah, actually, there's a big lawsuit against them, and I think Oakland or Oakland or maybe the Chargers
I think
are
it might
suing
be all three.
They're doing a huge lawsuit against these guys for basically just like lying.
It was
just
a scam, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Couldn't that come down to being fraud, like in a way?
Yeah, but you know how that goes. Nobody ever goes to jail.
True. Yeah, just watch the Fire Festival documentary.
Yeah.
He got 6 years. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no kidding.
After doing 2 scams, he got out of prison, posted bail, which is crazy. Posted bail, and then he gets out and tries to pull off another scam while the FBI is still investigating him.
Yep.
What a fucking idiot.
It's like, no, just put that guy in jail.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. And then Ja Rule, that's not fraud. That's just false advertising.
False advertising.
No, that's fraud.
That's why 50 Cent's the man.
Yeah. Shit. Fuck Ja Rule.
But here's my quick take on the Super Bowl, how I feel, and I think it's actually I came across an old Facebook post I made in 2013. It was after I don't know, Denver won or something like that. It was but there was a bunch of controversy of how they won, blah blah blah. And I swear, the last 6 years of football, there's just no matter who wins, there's always some stupid ass controversy. And it's like, why don't you just put the game on the E channel?
Yeah.
And that's the reason I don't like, because it's like nobody can ever. And I know 2 weeks ago, yes, there were some bad, those were bad calls. That one against the New Orleans Saints, that's a terrible call.
It's a terrible call, but the Saints also did not play that great of a game.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I do get that call. That's bad, but it's just like. It's the NFL. How many missed things happen in football? Missed calls, bad calls, and shit. That it's almost like the norm. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I just feel like whoever wins the Super Bowl, it's gonna, if the Rams win, all that's gonna be talked about is that bad call from the Saints game.
Yep.
If the Patriots win, I don't know. Somebody's gonna make up that. I don't know. Mark Wahlberg helped Tom Brady get super jacked in a movie, and Belichick. I don't know.
There's another thing why I'm rooting for the Patriots, though. Especially more than ever, even though obviously I'm rooting for the Patriots. I've always rooted for the Patriots, for probably since high school. Because I explained on the last episode with Corey, it's I've started rooting for the Patriots in high school because I'm not going to root for the Rams, who suck, and they're hard to watch. We had fucking Mark Bulger when I was in high school. No, thank you. I'm not going to watch. And then we drafted Sam Bradford. It's it's just I'm not going to root for them. I like watching Tom Brady because their games are exciting to watch.
Right. It was me when I was younger and watching the Detroit Red Wings, and why I loved them because it was that team's just good.
Yeah, they're a good football team to watch. I'm not a big fan of football, but I like watching their games because their games are fucking entertaining, and almost in a way they're the fucking heels of the league, and I love it. I like how Naked Lady loves Tommaso Ciampa because he pisses off so many people. I love the Patriots because they made so many people mad. And
I love a good heel.
Yeah, and that's why I like Tom Brady because he's so good. He will tell it to you I'm the GOAT and there's nothing you can do about it. And I love that. I think it's great. It's good for sports too. You need that fucking heel in sports, and that's what Tom Brady is.
Yep.
And that's why I'm a huge Patriots fan. I'm rooting for them this week, but I'm also rooting for them on the fact of that the LA Rams are the NFL's baby. That's their team right now. That's Goodell's team. They did all this to get him there. They did all this to make sure that they become a great team. This is the Patriots versus the NFL this weekend, and that's what I'm looking forward to because Goodell already hates Tom Brady. Tom Brady hates Roger Goodell. I'm excited for that. Like, I hope the Patriots win. Just give the middle finger to everybody afterwards.
Yeah, I hope they win. I just hope it's like it's just a good fucking game that has like no controversy that we're gonna hear about for. Because I swear it's the only sport that after a championship game, all you hear is like about all the controversy.
I think the Patriots are gonna blow them out. Honestly, like
I think it's possible too. I don't know if the Rams defense can hold up.
Right, and here's the thing: like you saw the Patriots. The only Patriots defense isn't that great though either. I will say that, but
they did a good job against KC. I mean, for the most part.
It was still a high scoring game though.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: KC had Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes is a stud who's going to be a fucking.
He's good, yeah.
He's going to be a 5. He could possibly be the next Tom Brady of this league. Like,
yeah, he's good.
And like, they were going back and forth. The Rams have Goff. I don't think like the Rams offense can keep up with the Patriots offense. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like
they could barely keep up with the Saints.
Yeah, it's like, and Todd Gurley can't run in 900 touchdowns a game.
I think he's hurt. How does he only get 4 rushes in that game? And one
yeah,
was
I
a
don't
touchdown.
know. That's weird. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, and everybody mad that the Pats are in the Super Bowl again. It's like, you know what you can blame that on? You can blame it on that idiot that went off sides on the interception play.
Yeah.
Like, the game was over then. KC was going to the championship. But you have an idiot that the most boneheaded play you could possibly make is to go off sides. Like, yeah, you deserve to lose. You can blame that guy.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't be mad the Pats are in. They're good. And I will be honest, after watching Tom Brady work out to Many Men by 50 Cent, I was like, I didn't think Tom Brady could get me hyped because he's kind of a nerdy little dude.
He is a nerd. It's hilarious.
But when he was doing like they did like their Super Bowl rally thing the other day, and he's like holding the mic like a like he's like Joel Osteen doing like a preaching a sermon in like a church. Like he was holding it like such.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like such like a little like just so nerdy. And I was just like dying. But yeah, that video and then the one with him and Gronk where they don't see anything and it's them listening to P Diddy.
Yeah,
I was just like, man, these guys. Yeah, I mean, he's good.
Brady just looks like he's motivated more than ever this year. Like,
yeah, he's got that swagger to him. Like, you know what, man?
It was halfway through the season when people thought, oh, their dynasty's done. He made like an Instagram post. He's like, we're not fucking done. And ever since then, he's like, I've told you, we're not done. Like, he's posted an Instagram post every week. He's just like, I told you, we're not done. Like, he is fucking motivated and pissed off right now.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think he's ever been like, I'm not saying he's being cocky. Like, a little bit, yeah, he's being cocky, but I don't think he ever was like a super cocky, like,
no, he hasn't.
He's guy never really like been to media cocky and stuff. But like until now, where he's like, you know what, man, I'm gonna walk around with some swagger. Yeah, because look, I'm still here, and these people are hating on me. It's like, yeah, man, he deserves to, and it's cool. It's like, hey, the only way to stay alive in this business is you gotta be able to change. You gotta be able to adapt and change your character. Got to be like Taker. He's the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. He's evolving.
We're getting the American Badass version of Tom Brady. If he came out with like an American bandana on,
American Badass with
like a bandana on, I would lose my fucking mind. He's good, man. He's good. Gronk is fucking Gronk's the man. It's like, I don't know. I said I just hope it's a good game, and I hope there's just like no bullshit goddamn controversy.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I either hope it's a good game or the Pats just blow them out. And I do not want to see a Rams blowout.
Yeah, it's tough. We're in a tough spot here in St. Louis.
Yeah, we are. I know. And like people, what kind of been driving me crazy a little bit with these fans here, especially ESPN 101 in general, because even fans are starting to be like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm finally seeing like people like be like, shut the fuck up. We're going to watch the game. Like,
yeah,
all these people are like, oh, I'm not going to watch. Oh, I'm not going to watch. Yeah, you are. Shut up. Like, yes, you are. Like, in Randy Carricker, like, he's like, I'm not going to move on. Yeah, that's fine. Like, fans, we don't have to move on. I haven't moved on from the way that Stan Kroenke treated this team. I understand that.
Yeah.
But, like, he's going after Bob Costas for saying like move on, and it's just like who cares? Who fucking cares? Like let these people believe whatever they want to believe. Like who fucking cares? Like if they moved on, they moved on. Who gives a shit? Like
If not, then whatever. Like it's like I don't hate people that want to be like. Honestly, I look at it this way.
What makes you holier than mighty to like tell us like how to feel? Like
yeah. Oh, I think what's his name? Frank Cusimano did like the same thing too. He's like, I don't have to. And I was like, yeah, just shut up. Who cares? Like they're gone. They've been gone. Yeah, we're all pissed. But, like we all have a reason if we want to like a team or not. I look at it this way. If this happened to the Blues, if they would have got treated this way, I'm pretty sure I'd be a Blues fan still.
Ah, man. I don't even want to think about it.
Like, I think I'd be rooting for the Blues, like, no matter what, because, like, hockey is my number one sport, and, like, that's my team. And, like, I don't know if I'd be, like...
I mean, it's honestly, different. I think it's totally different.
I don't think I'd, like, get over it. Like, I'd be super pissed, but, like, I don't know. Like, okay, if this happened while Backus was still on the team, and then he goes to the Stanley Cup, who would you cheer for?
Yeah, I'd cheer for Backus.
See, I know I put you in like a hell of a spot there.
You just won me over, Tarasenko. Yeah, I'd cheer for Tarasenko.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying that now. But once it happens, who knows? I'd probably end up going to Gary Bettman's house and I'd be in jail.
You mean Jake Allen going to the Toronto Maple Leafs probably, and he's going to win a Stanley Cup? I would root for Allen.
Yeah, no shit. So I don't know. I'm just letting people if they're cheering for the Rams and that's their diehard, cheer for them. If you're pissed off, whatever. I don't care.
Exactly.
But don't go at other people just because they're still like fans of the Rams. Like it's their fucking choice.
Which I meant to tell you, or did I tell you this? I can't remember if this was last week or 2 weeks ago. JCD giving us some good fucking props on Unpopular. Did I tell you about that?
What's that?
He was like going off on all the people on Twitter, going off on like fans on Twitter, and how like if you have a difference of opinion, you call it like people like stupid motherfuckers and all this, and they get so. And it's true with wrestling fans. Like if you have a difference of opinion, you're like shut. People are just like you're a fucking idiot or blah blah blah, or like you can't have a difference of opinion for somebody on Twitter. You just get eaten alive. And JCD was like, props to Jim and Todd because you can tell them their difference of opinion. They won't agree with your opinion, but they're not going to fucking bash you for it. They're going to hear you out, and they're going to be like, I disagree, but I understand where you're coming from. And JC's like, and that's how you be a good fucking person. And I'm like, oh, thanks, man. That's some good fucking props.
I mean, the only time we ever get like is when the other people are like start getting like, they throw the first chirp, and then it's like,
exactly.
All right, well, here we go. Like,
exactly.
Like that kid with the hockey. Where it's like, I'm pretty sure I know more hockey than you. And it was like, all right, kid, gloves are off. We're dropping them.
Gloves are off, motherfucker.
Like we'll hear you out. I mean, there's some opinions where we're just like, no, you're just wrong. But yeah, for the most part, especially in wrestling, it's like we'll hear you out. It's like I said about JCD. It's like, I probably think his opinion on Ronda winning is dumb, but like I know he can prove. He probably has some points that it's like, yeah, there's so many different ways things could go in wrestling that it's like, you can at least hear out people's opinions if they can put together a good constructive thought and try to back up their point instead of just being like, no, dude, this is how it's fucking going, you idiot. It's like, well, you didn't prove anything though. You're just like proving that you don't know what to say. Yeah, you're just an ass. So get out of here.
Real quick, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? Who do you got? If you had to pick one.
I'm going to go Pats.
I'm going to go Pats as well.
I'm going to go Pats 35-17.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. You got a score?
I
was trying to think of the score from Waterboy, but I couldn't think of what she says.
I don't know. I just hope it ends in like a 3 or a 0, only because that's my squares number.
Your squares number.
So, yeah. So I'm going 30 Pats, 3 Rams. Then I win a bunch of money.
Dude, honestly, that's possible. I mean, the one year that I think Denver won the Super Bowl against, like, I forget who they beat. It was like a fucking blowout.
Wait, say that again?
I want to be surprised that happens because I think a couple years ago in the Super Bowl, it was like Denver beat somebody like.
Oh, yeah.
Or Denver got whooped like 37 to like 10 or
No,
6.
it was Denver. It was Denver against Carolina. It was against Cam Newton, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
And they just destroyed them.
Yeah, it was just like the most boring football Super Bowl ever because it was just like a fucking blowout.
Oh, I'll never forget that football game.
Yeah.
My wonderful ex made me like leave my mom's house where I'm watching the Super Bowl. She's like, "You don't even care about football. Why do you care about the Super Bowl?" I'm like, "It's the fucking Super Bowl."
Yeah.
Like, let me just watch. Yeah, and like, big fight because I watched the Super Bowl instead of going home on a Sunday to like do nothing.
How enjoyable.
Manipulative. But anyway,
So yeah, Super Bowl Sunday should be interesting.
Super Bowl Sunday should be interesting. All about that halftime show though. Halftime heat on the WWE Network is what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm going to be watching.
Yeah. Dude, they got a cease and desist. Did you know that?
Did they?
Yeah, because WWE, if you remember from the Royal Rumble and Monday Night Raw, WWE was airing commercials for halftime heat that said, "Who wants to watch this?" And they showed a picture of Maroon 5, and it said Maroon 5 question mark. All the commercials now don't have Maroon 5 on it and just have a question mark. They got a cease and desist from the fucking NFL and Maroon 5 to not show that on there.
That's hilarious.
It is fucking hilarious.
What's funny is that like I honestly like I don't hate Maroon 5. I think they're a good band. But like honestly, and this might just be me being me as an idiot, I would have put together like every Southern I would have put together like Little John and all like those rappers and just had a big old party for the halftime show in Atlanta.
Dude, yeah, it'd be awesome.
Instead of like Maroon 5.
Instead of Maroon 5.
Although I did see they are petitioning for Maroon 5 to play the SpongeBob SquarePants Super Bowl theme.
They're not going to do it.
I know. They should do that one year though. Like play that on the big screen or something. I don't know. It'd be awesome. It'd be funny. Especially with how popular SpongeBob's in his prime right now, which is crazy to say after 20 years of being on air. He's more popular than ever.
I agree.
Put him in the Super Bowl, not goddamn Adam Levine.
I'm gonna disrespect him. Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. I mean, Christ! If you don't play all the songs from Songs About Jane.
Yeah, if they want a banger of a fucking halftime show, just play Songs About Jane, and that's it. And maybe I Can't Stay, because that's a really good song by them. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that song. Because it sounds like a song. It sounds like a song that could have been on Songs About Jane.
What song is it?
I Can't Stay.
Oh yeah,
it's actually a really good song. It's a really fucking good song.
It's a really good song.
And Sugar's pretty good too. Whatever. But anyway,
I know what you're saying, dude. Because I remember the songs came out, I was like, "Oh man, this isn't Songs About Jane." And then I'm in the car, just like,
"Sugar."
It's like, God damn it,
Adam Levine.
It's like in Tommy Boy where they're going through the stations and they're like, "You like this song?"
It totally
song?
is.
Yeah, I'm fine with it if you are. Don't you remember you told me? Oh my god, classic.
Dude, it totally is. Because it's like, God damn it, I kind of like Maroon 5, but it's like Songs About Jane was just so good, and you guys just fucking sold out.
Holy shit, that's funny.
I'm hurting, babe.
I haven't had a good laugh in a while. Yeah. My god. Oh, fucking A.
Kept naming off music. Like, I Can't Stay is actually really good. I hope they play that song.
What song? I Can't Stay. Oh, yeah, it's a good song.
Twist. I guess I'll be watching the Maroon 5 halftime show because I guess I like them.
Nah, you can just watch it on YouTube after.
So true. But halftime heat, what a match.
Dude.
Apparently that was supposed to show. So this is how we're going to segue into wrestling talk. So apparently that was supposed to be set up at the end of TakeOver this past week, but they ran out of time.
Yeah, did you see the clip after of them?
Yeah, with them all coming out arguing.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be on TakeOver, but they ran out of time because, like, one match I think went over, and I think it was the women's match they were saying I think went over time.
How do they run out of time? Don't they pretty much have free range?
I want to say yes.
There's probably some weird stipulation.
I think it's a stipulation that has to do with the arena.
Okay.
But I'm not too sure on that.
That makes sense.
But I don't know. I have no idea because you would think that they would just put it on the network. I have no idea. But yeah, that was supposed to be on TakeOver.
Okay.
Or I've also heard that they made the call to just end it like that and just let Gargano and Ciampa on top at the end. So who knows? But I will say this TakeOver was probably my least favorite TakeOver of like the last like 8 takeovers that they've done.
Yeah, same.
It was pretty weak compared to that. I mean, it was still good. It was a good show, but it was nothing compared to the other takeovers.
Right, and I agree with you 110%. And that's not us being like, man, that sucked, but like, okay, so they didn't have a phenomenal takeover when they've had fucking 10 phenomenal takeovers in a row. Like, I'm okay with that.
Well, and it's just like the women's match and the main event. I just think you knew. Like, there's no way Baszler and Ciampa are losing. Like,
right.
And I think that's kind of like what it was. And I think people were more expecting it. I think the main event honestly should have been the triple threat that we never got, or a fatal 4-way with Dream in it. Yeah,
and that's why I tweeted, and people were like, I tweeted that GIF of the Dream saying, "Imagine how good the show would have been if Dream was on." Well, he was on, but he didn't wrestle. But.
If NXT, if they book this correctly, if I'm booking it, the next TakeOver main event is going to be a 6-man elimination match for the NXT title, like with all 6 of those wrestlers that you saw at the end.
Yeah,
that's how. Can you imagine how crazy that match would be?
That would be. Can you imagine them in like an elimination chamber?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's the way it should go.
But I think we're totally going towards Ciampa Gargano one more time.
Yeah,
I think Gargano's probably going to go over.
Yeah, Ciampa gets the call up.
Yeah, I'm afraid too, man.
Yeah,
I'm scared of anybody getting called up at this point.
Dude, so am I.
And I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It's like I talked about it with Toph too. Toph's like, who do you want to see get called up and like where to? And I was like, I just talked about this with Jim. I'm like, I just want to see everybody go to SmackDown. Like, I'm scared if they go to Raw.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, nowhere. Stay there.
Yeah,
stay here as long as you can.
If they're booked like Mustafa Ali on SmackDown, then I'm totally okay with it because he's getting booked really well right now, and Andrade's finally getting booked really well too.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, I mean, except when, you have Nia Jax come in and eliminate him from the Rumble and make him look weak, but whatever. We'll get into that later. Yeah, dude, I mean, what a perfect time to end maybe I wouldn't say end completely because who knows later down the road on the main roster, but if you're going to end the NXT story of Ciampa and Gargano, what a better weekend to do it than Mania weekend. I mean, it all makes sense. They have to do it. If they want to do it correctly, they have to do loser leaves NXT for good. Like, no coming back or anything like that. Yeah. With that being said, the Gargano Ricochet match was absolutely amazing. So good. The tag team match was really good too, but the Gargano Ricochet match was just holy shit. Yeah. Ricochet's just fucking good, man. Dude, Gargano's just fucking Gargano's good. Yeah, I mean, you heard Aleister Black. I mean, Aleister Black was like, if there's one person in the whole roster of WWE that I think is probably the greatest wrestler right now, it's Johnny Gargano. I totally agree. Yeah, he's so good. And what's to me right now, I'm not sure whether like I legit think he's a heel or like a face kind of right now. Mm-hmm. It's almost like, is he fucking with Ciampa? Is he purposely doing this to get like kind of like how Brian did with the Wyatt family? Yeah, it's like he's riding that line, and Orton. I like it. Yeah, or Orton too. Yeah, yeah. Gargano's like, it's like he's riding that line because he's still playing to the crowd. Yeah, and like it's just making you think, and it's fucking. Mm-hmm. And he's good at it too, like the way like his facial expressions, like he's trying not to be, like you said, he's playing to the crowd, but like sometimes his facials are like, maybe he doesn't give a shit about this crowd. He's kind of trying to be a heel, and then it's like, no, I don't I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where it's going, which is making for fucking a great story.
So it was fun. I always like when Gargano has takeover matches because I always get to guess what his outfit is and what comic book character is based off of. So, like, the last 6 takeovers he's done since the first... no, it was since he wrestled Andrade. He's been doing comic book theme, like attire.
Yeah.
And this past weekend... I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is that? What is that? And I'm like thinking there, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, it's X-Men, Jean Grey, Phoenix. And like, duh, they're in Phoenix. And David's sitting next to me, he's like, no, it's not. It's not Jean Grey. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm like, no, that's definitely Jean Grey. That's the same font as X-Men's on his trunks. The Takeover font is the X-Men font that they use like on the comics.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like, who else would it be? And he's like, I don't know. That's just not Jean Grey. I'm like, all right, whatever.
All right, David.
Later on that night, I'm looking at Ciampa's trunks. I'm like, oh fuck, that's Wolverine. Like that's the color scheme of the comic book Wolverine. And he's like sitting there. He's like, maybe, I don't know. And then like 2 hours later, he's at home, I guess, and he sends me a text. And I look at the text. He goes, well, it just said, well, ... And it was a picture. Somebody made it on like Twitter of Jean Grey, comic book Jean Grey next to Wolverine side by side with Gargano and Ciampa. And it's like, I guess you were right, because it's the identical like suit of Jean Grey. So it was Jean Grey's outfit, or like Jean Grey's like color scheme and like logo and everything.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. A lot of these wrestlers are kind of like
the Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is their name.
Doing their outfits off like comic book and anime and stuff like that. It's
Selena Vega doing Street Fighter.
Yeah, that was tight. God, I love her. I'd marry her.
So let's go into the Rumble now. That stadium, the stage was fucking sweet. Like,
yeah.
That was fucking cool.
Yeah, I loved the setup, dude. Like, I texted you, I was like, it's old school, man. Like,
yep.
The crowd's right there, the old, like, the walkway, the everything. It was just like... It
gave you that old school vibe, man.
Yeah, because sometimes I just think, like, that big stage just, like, it overtakes everything.
Agreed. Even though I do think WrestleMania's stages lately have been really cool.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I miss the smaller setups.
Yeah, and I mean, Mania, you got it. And I think the big stage at Mania, it does help. It's Mania.
Yeah.
But, like, Rumbles are, like, Survivor, all these other pay-per-views, it's like, I really wish they'd kind of back off, like, the huge stage and kind of just do what they did at Rumble. It's like, that, like, well, I've seen them walk out of the dugout, and then, like, you have the full crowd behind them, the full crowd to the side of them. It just seemed like more authentic and like real, and almost like, I guess, NXT-ish to me a little bit, where it's like, the crowd plays a part in all of it. And I don't know, it was awesome. I was kind of worried how it was going to look, but I thought it was cool. And the attendance was a sellout. There was only one tarped off area, which I believe was for forgot what the reasoning behind it was. It was because
they don't make those seats available. Is that what you're going for? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, something like that.
Man, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
But
because that was just the most palm and face conversation I've ever had.
Yeah, it was. It was a fucking sold out crowd, man. That crowd was like, even the crowd just looked. Maybe they had more seats down low, but it just looked like,
dude.
full.
But the thing is, like, shows, sporting events, wrestling events, concerts, everything always gives away a shitload of tickets. That's nothing new.
No.
Like, everybody, they always give away tickets. All In even gave away like 200 tickets. Like,
yeah, you have to.
Yeah, like, it's fuck. But gave those tickets away. Even if they gave away 1,000 to 5,000 seats, they still sold over 43,000 seats. Their targeted goal was to sell 40. That was their goal, was to sell 40. Because it was in like one of their press conferences. It was on one of their conference calls. Like, we want to sell 40 tickets. If we don't sell 40, it's not a success to us then.
Right.
And they sold 43,000 that we know of. And if they gave away 5,000, which I don't think they did, I think they gave away probably 1,000. So they sold 47,000 tickets. Like, that's insane.
Right.
For a Royal Rumble. That's not even a WrestleMania. Like,
yeah, in a baseball stadium.
And if you sell tickets, and if tickets are available on StubHub, guess what? Those tickets are sold. Like, those tickets have already been bought.
People do that all the time. Like, they buy tickets and they try to sell them on StubHub, and if they don't, then they just end up going to the show, or they're like, hand them off to somebody. They take the loss, but like, they're still bought. Like, that's legitimately like saying, like,
All In had a shitload. That's how I got my tickets.
Yeah, it's literally like being, because there's always every Blues game, there's a shit ton of tickets on. It's like, oh, the Blues aren't selling out. It's like, no, they are.
Yeah.
Like, I know plenty of people that are like, I might not be able to go to this game, or I don't really feel like going. I'll put them on StubHub. If they go, they go. If not, I'll just go to the game.
Like, that's what I don't understand. It's like, people say, oh, the business for WWE isn't good right now because they're not selling tickets. Motherfucker, yes, they are. Like, their fucking stock is at $82. That means they're worth $8 billion, you dumbass. Like, how can you say their business isn't good?
Do you think they're just handing out, like, 15,000 tickets every Monday night?
That's just crazy. How can someone sit there and say the business isn't good when their stock is literally worth $82, which is $8.2 billion? That's how that works. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, people are just dumb.
They are.
They try to be smart marks, and they're just
dumb asses.
Yeah, jackasses.
Adam Levine's. So the match, does any match like stick out to you? Instead of just going down like match by match, so we'll be here forever. Does any match like stick out to you?
I really think like the Ronda Sasha match did for me.
That was a good match.
Yeah, and I remember I texted you that I was nervous about it. And that wasn't a knock. I didn't really explain myself. Mm-hmm. That wasn't like, and I told you I was like, I'm nervous about Ronda, and it wasn't because she wouldn't be able to perform, but even in like men's matches we've seen where like it's really hyped up and they try to be really physical and go hard, and you see that there's botches and shit doesn't go right because they're almost trying to, it's like they're almost going too hard. And I was a little worried that's what this was going to be because it was built up, they only had like 2 weeks to build it up, and it was built up to be pretty intense. And I know Ronda's really good. And Sasha's good, but, Ronda still has a good amount to learn. And when you try to go that hard and might not have that much in-ring knowledge, things could, go wrong, a couple botches. But so I was a little skeptical, a little worried. But they both did phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want to say it was probably Ronda's best match, maybe, if not one of her best ones that she's had.
It was good. I mean, it was one of her best ones for sure. What was the match? Her match with Charlotte, I think, is probably still her best, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's why I was kind of like, it's definitely one of her best matches. But
even her matches with Nia were good. Like, she made Nia look good. She carried Nia in both of those matches.
Yes, she did carry Nia.
And that's crazy. How can somebody who's brand new, who hasn't even been wrestling for a full year, carry somebody like that? That's just crazy.
Yeah. So I thought that match was one of the best ones on the show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. People were pissed about the Bryan Styles match, but it's like it had to be booked that way. It had to.
Yeah.
It had to be the cool down match. It had to be slow. It had to be. Like, you can't just go. You can't have an hour-long Royal Rumble match and expect the next match to be like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, anybody that gets put in that spot, it's like... And honestly, I don't think the match was that bad.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. But people were expecting it to be like Match of the Year type, and it's like, no, it's not going to be. Like, it wasn't going to top their last match. I could tell you, like, their last two matches.
It didn't need to. Like... No. I thought it was a good. The only thing that made me mad, or that I was, and like now I guess it's going to start to make sense, which I knew there was a reason behind it, but like Rowan just kind of walks out. You're just like, everybody. I feel like that's what people actually are really mad about, and they're not saying it. It's like that happened, and it was just kind of like, what the fuck? Because I thought the match was like going really good, and like I thought AJ was maybe going to win, and that happened, and I was like, what? What's he doing out here? Like, what the fuck is this? Because like even the crowd was just like staring at Rowan, and like it went away from the match, and I was like,
make me wonder if did Harper ask for a release? Because Harper's fine. Harper's not injured.
I missed what you said there. You kind of cut out before.
I was wondering if Luke Harper asked for a release.
I don't know, man. Because you've been every. Oh, fuck off! Poor network connection. What the fuck are you talking about? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, went away. Every like Monday, Tuesday, and stuff, he always tweets. He's like, I forget what he says, but it's always like something exciting going on tonight.
Yeah, it's
and
Tuesday.
Like,
you know what that means.
Yeah, it's Tuesday. You know what that means. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if he, because right now it doesn't like something's got to be going on with Harper. He's either got to be injured because if they were going to do this with Rowan, like Harper should have been getting a singles push.
Yeah.
Or something, because we talked about it before. Like when they got hurt, I was like, good. Now just let Harper be a singles guy because I loved him when he was doing singles when he became IC champ. I thought he was pretty good, and then I think he got hurt or something happened, then blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of confusing. It's like you bring Rowan back, but there's no Harper doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know. That just made no sense because it was like, oh, I guess Bludgeon Brothers are done. I don't know.
Oh, you know what it is? It's because Rowan's recyclable.
Hey, how do you feel? I love that new title, by the way. I love it. I
like it. I like it, too. It looks sweet.
It looks cool enough to where I would actually hang on my wall in the living room. Like it fits my house. Like
it's a nice little decoration piece.
Yeah, totally is.
Did you see the tweet? It's from a couple seasons ago of like Total Bellas or something, and Daniel Bryan's chopping wood.
Yeah.
And somebody tweets like, it took us 3 years to realize what Daniel Bryan was making. It looks cool.
Yeah, then there was a tweet that was like his Daniel Bryan shirt it said no violence, no
phobia,
no sexism, only love, peace, and like something else. And the caption was like, and he's supposed to be the bad guy? Question mark. Like,
yeah, I know. It's like, what?
It's hilarious. I love how like they're totally making like Styles like the good guy, but in the same time, Styles is kind of a prick, and he thinks the Earth is flat.
Yeah, it's about his biggest downfall is that the Earth is flat.
Well, and he's some supporter, but we won't get into politics. But
yeah. But anyway, so back to that. Well, the title, the title's awesome. But yeah, the match I didn't think was like I thought it was a good match up until like Rowan came out. Then I was just like, what in the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
because Rowan looks like 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he does, and he got all his tattoos also.
Yeah, he looks fucking like massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, looks like the old guy you're stuck behind at like the grocery store or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, I guess Tuesday we kind of. I mean, obviously there's a reason behind it, but I just thought it was weird.
It was weird. But other than that, the Lesnar match was good. He was selling Finn, like.
Yeah.
That was a good match, and dude, that crowd was going psycho when he hit that coup de grace.
Oh, he hit that so good.
Yeah, that crowd when that 2 count, that was the loudest that the crowd got, other than probably when Becky won the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that match was really good. I think I told you my only thing I didn't like was the ending because I was just like, I mean, I get it's Brock and it's like he can switch it in a matter of a second. He kind of did after the pin, and then all of a sudden put him in the Kimura lock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I think I would have went on like maybe 2 more minutes of Brock. Like, you know, they get up. I think Brock,
that was my
throw some suplexes around, knocks him around a bit, and then put him in like the Kimura lock.
Yeah,
I thought it should have been built like that. Maybe not really just like
it was quick.
Yeah, I was like, and I get it. Like I said, it's Brock. He can do that. He's big and strong. But, like, I think it would have helped Finn a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
It would have helped the story a lot more if it just 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes of that match, and then Brock takes over, suplex or whatever, and then get him in the Finn goes for a move and Lesnar catches him and then puts him in the lock.
Yeah,
not a 2 count, and then it's like that was my only nitpick. If I'm gonna act like Christian and be a dick, but the match was incredible.
It was a really good match, and that's Brock, man. Brock can put on good matches when he wants to. And I don't think he likes to work with bigger guys. Like, I don't think he likes to work with Strowman. And, like, if you watch the 24 that was on afterwards, Brock was, like, sticking up for Roman after WrestleMania. And he's like, Roman should have won over. Or, like, Brock was saying Roman should have won over and the match shouldn't have gone on last. And that's why Brock got pissed. And they actually show the footage of Brock throwing the title at McMahon, like, from the 24. And McMahon, asshole.
Yeah, well, I said, it's like, I know I rip on Brock, but I think he also has a pulse on what's good and what's not. And, like, I don't blame him. Like, I don't think he doesn't like Roman, but I think he's like, dude, Vince, nobody's like, why are we wasting time me just beating the shit out of this guy?
Right, and it's been going on for so long. I think he wants to do something different.
And he's not getting over. Like, you're booking him terribly to get over that. It's like, this isn't worth me. It'd be different if the crowd was like behind Roman. He probably would have been like, okay, yeah, I can work with this. I can
makes
do
me
this.
like Brock a little more.
Yeah, and the same thing with Strowman. It's like, and I think Strowman's done a little bit better job of getting over with the crowd than Roman, even though they keep fucking flip-flopping Braun back and forth like he's the Big Show. But
they ruined him. They completely ruined him. He's not believable as a champion anymore at all, in my opinion.
No, and I think Brock, I think Brock would have rather dropped it to Strowman. And that, I forget what pay-per-view it was, but it was like a 5-minute match.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Crown
Brock,
Jewel?
Was it Crown Jewel? I think Brock was probably like,
when Roman had to give up the title?
Yeah, like, how are you going to have me wrestle like Daniel Bryan's and AJ Styles and go on for 20 minutes, but like this big guy that could be believable that we could go at it, like I beat him in 5? Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, it's like it makes me like Brock a little bit more. I don't hate Brock. I get it's the booking of it, but it's like maybe he just thought the same thing we did. He's just as frustrated about the way he's been booked too.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
So is what it is. We're obviously not going to see Finn and Lesnar at Mania.
No, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with what we got. So that's my next question. You happy with the 2 Rumble winners? I'm obviously happy with Becky and Seth.
Yeah, I'm really happy. The matches were good.
I liked them.
They were good. I think for some reason I feel like last year's might have been. I don't know, because maybe it's like maybe it's one of those like bittersweet things where it's like we kind of got what we wanted, but it was almost like we almost like knew too much, but we also didn't know.
Yeah, I think the women's match this year was awesome. Like,
yeah, I thought it was. Yeah,
I thought the women's match this year was better than last year's. I thought the men's match last year was better than this year's, because I think the men's match this year was really predictable. Because I think we kind of saw Rollins and Strowman. I think we knew it was coming down to Rollins and Strowman, especially when they added Strowman to the match. It's like, okay, it's gonna be those two. I really like the women's because it's like, how is Becky getting added? Like that's what, like, right when Asuka lost, I made that tweet, go, bet on it. Becky's winning the Women's Royal Rumble now.
Yeah, definitely. You want to talk about Becky for a second, or you want to talk about the men still?
Sure, we can talk about Becky. Did you hear what Justin LaBar of WrestleZone tweeted out that got everybody freaking out?
Probably about an injury or something.
No, I actually would have totally been okay with this. Honestly, people would have gotten pissed the fuck off. I would have been 100% okay with this, and actually would have popped.
Okay.
So, Nia was the last person in the men's Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah, how can I forget?
Originally, since we are possibly still going towards a triple threat match at WrestleMania, Charlotte wins the women's Royal Rumble, and Becky would have won the men's Royal Rumble.
No.
Because she's the man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hated it.
No, I wouldn't have hated it at all.
Like, my only thing would have been like, all right, well then you just kind of killed like Seth Rollins and them a little bit. But
that's the thing. Yeah, I think that was the that was the thing. I was like, I'm okay with it, but does that kill the credibility of everybody in that match?
I think it does too. Well, and that's why I was mad about the Nia thing. I thought her getting her ass kicked by those guys was awesome. But also, I was like, she just threw out like Mustafa Ali, and she might have even eliminated ass mouth. Wow. Hey, did you hear Renee Young got ass mouth on the Royal Rumble? That was awesome.
That was awesome.
She might have even eliminated Andrade.
No, Andrade got eliminated by Ray, I think.
Okay, well, she eliminated like Mustafa and maybe somebody else, but I was like,
I was really
Mustafa
upset. Was the only one that she eliminated.
I was kind of upset by that because I was like,
yeah,
he's getting this push and then gets like thrown out by her. Like, it just like I know it doesn't make him like he's not weak, but like I thought it just kind of did. I'm like, that just kind of made like have her throw out. I don't know, like
Dude,
don't something.
Crowd reaction though when she was taking those moves, I was fucking sick.
I was like,
RKOing her was like when you just looked at her, I was like, all right.
Oh, that was so good. I was like, all right, fuck yeah. And I get it now. It's kind of like maybe we will see some intergender, in those tag matches. Why not have, why can't they do?
The women push for it.
Yeah, why can't they? Can, everybody knows it's a work. Nobody's like legit out there trying to like, not trying to get like too dark, but like, beat women up.
If anybody thinks that, go search Candice LeRae on YouTube and go watch her indie matches where she was a tag team with Joey Ryan. The world's cutest tag team is what they call themselves. And like, they put on some fucking great matches, not to mention the match that they had against the Young Bucks where she takes the fucking spikes to the fucking forehead and is just gushing out blood for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. It's like, these guys, they were like, obviously, like, if I don't think, the men are going to like, if they do like a power bomb, let's say, to a girl, they're not going to like, try to hurt her.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying women are weak or blah, 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 but like, okay, let's be real. Like, the men are pretty fucking strong. Look at them. They're jacked to shit. The women are more like tone and quick and physical.
But the women are going to be like, don't hold back too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Fucking, do you think fucking Mae Young said, hey, Bubba, hold back when you throw me through the table?
Shit.
No, she did it.
And
she took that bump.
How about Becky calling out Dwayne?
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I'd fucking watch it. And Rocky put her over.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Like, I'm sorry, JCD, I love you, buddy. But you're crazy to think that Rock wouldn't put over Becky Lynch. Because that would hurt his image so fucking bad if he didn't.
Yeah, it would. That'd be bad. I'd love to see it.
So would I. I would love it. And, like, can you imagine the promos between the two? Like, Rock would, like, people would get behind The Rock, but she would fucking, like, tear him apart. Like,
oh, easily.
Like, I don't think there's a better trash talker right now than her. Like, did you see what she tweeted out the other day?
About her birthday and Ronnie?
No, the Ronnie tweet is what I'm talking about. Okay. So I think we pretty much covered the Rumble. Let's move on to Raw.
Wait, can I say one more thing about what I thought about Becky, though?
Yes.
How I think it should have went down with her. I don't think she should have tapped to Asuka.
She should have like passed out or something.
She should have passed out. And I think her way of getting into the match, I think it should have been her. They cut to backstage, and it's her at Gorilla just going off on like Vince and people backstage, like pissed off, like, no, give me I didn't lose that match. I passed out. I want my chance. I'm the man. And like going off on Vince, like just going off.
Or her like grabbing Vince's like collar.
Yes, and then Vince just being like, all right, damn it, get out there. That's what I think. I think that would have been better than her like coming out and like kind of sitting there with like Fit Finley, and then Finley, nothing against Finley either, just like being like, all right, go ahead and get in the match. Either way it worked, but I think I rather would have booked it that way. Like, she doesn't lose to Asuka, she passes out, and then she's backstage just ripping into like Vince, being
that's
like, I'm the man, they want me out there, I want this fun, that's how I would have done it.
Finley was like, yeah, I got the authority, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like people are probably like, people that don't know who Fit Finley is, I'm sure there's people there. We're probably like, who the fuck is this guy?
Finley was obviously there. His son was underneath the ring.
Yeah, duh.
That was great, by the way. I'm like, where's Hornswoggle? And they're like, oh, there he is.
I love that. But yeah, that's my one gripe of what I would have done different with Becky. I think.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better reaction of her like being the man and going against authority and being like, fuck you, Vince, fuck you, Triple H, fuck you, Stephanie, I'm going out there.
Yep. Real quick, low key, one of my favorite parts of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view was Titus coming out. I was like, he needs a redemption. I'm like, where's Titus? And then his music hit. I'm like, yes, here we go. And I love when he made it to the ring. The crowd like just popped for him. I was like, that's fucking great.
He stopped and like looked at the crowd and they popped. It was
he
like,
celebrated.
And then Kurt Hawkins comes out under the ring.
Dude, I'm loving that they paired the Major Brothers back up. Honestly, I love it.
Man, I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah, that was just my one thing I wanted to get out about what I would have done with Becky. But
and real quick, did you understand my tweet about Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder when the Major Brothers came back together like 2 weeks ago?
You tweeted something. I remember that. I
feel
like I didn't understand it, but I didn't say
I'll give you the story real quick. When they were in FCW, Cody was like a class, like nobody was called up yet. Cody Rhodes tells his story on Talk is Jericho and Ryder's on the show with him. And Ryder's like laughing his ass off as Cody's telling the story, and Cody's like, Simon Dean was like their head trainer at the time in FCW. FCW and OVW merged together, so they didn't really know who these people were. And like from OVW was like the Major Brothers. They got called up like to ECW like the night before like the merger happened between the two like companies. And so when they got called up to ECW, the next day at class, Simon Dean had like he made everybody like sit like on the bleachers, and Simon Dean's like in the ring, and he's like, Cody's like, I shit you not. He's like, all of a sudden Simon Dean goes, oh yeah, we have 2 other people joining us today. They made their debuts last night on ECW. They don't know your names, but you sure as hell know who the fuck they are. The Major Brothers. And they said they walked down, they blasted open the doors and walked down like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, like the NWO, and like was just acting like they're better than everybody else because they had one match on TV. And Cody's like, who the fuck are these guys? And like they get in the ring, a big group hug with Simon Dean like jumping around, and they sit on the edge of the ring like they're like the authority, like looking at like the crowd, like looking at the wrestlers, like what's up? Like, well, Simon Dean's like talking to them, giving them like a lecture. And like Zack Ryder's like that didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. Like laughing. That was like a little throw into there. That you need to listen to that podcast. That episode's hilarious.
I'll just check it out.
But all right, so we go to Raw. Ronda botches that promo horribly. Not her fault, because obviously the crowd's gonna be like you said, you're feeding her to the wolves. Like
yeah.
You totally are. Like the crowd's going to be 100% behind Becky. She's flubbing, and it got to the point where she's just like, I'm done. You know she didn't finish her promo.
No, yeah, she was just like, and like I said, I tweeted, I was like, why set her up with that, like, you know, everybody has dreams and blah, 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 like, sensitive promo. It's like, we know what's coming next. Like, you should have her go out there with just like a little bit of edge, and, you know, like, or like I said, they should have at least warned her, like, hey, all right, if this crowd starts trying to take over, just get loud, get mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, start talking about how, you know, you're running this division, and that's what they should have done. It's been like, all right, if things start going bad, they knew there was an open challenge that night. All right, you know what? Cut the dream crap. Just get into like, you know, I did what I did to Sasha Banks, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking everybody down in this division. You know, I'm the best. So whoever wants some, come get some. And then that's it.
And you can tell like she's trying to get through her promo too. Like,
yeah, it's like you can't blame her, man. Like I said, they fed her that promo. Like, why why would you have that promo? Give that to her.
No, I said this to JCD and Aaron like a month or two ago. I think at the TLC pay-per-view, I go, this crowd is gonna fucking turn on Ronda. Like, especially if they're gonna pair her with Becky, they need to turn Ronda heel. Otherwise, she's gonna be the new Roman, and the crowd's gonna fucking completely turn on her.
Yeah,
and it's happening.
And that's what it's like. How did Vince not know that like this crowd was gonna
right?
You know, and like I said, I should have gave her the option of been like, all right, if this crowd starts getting behind him, get angry, get pissed, talk about how you're the best, and then call out the
Right.
locker. And then say, open challenge tonight. I'm a defending champ. If you want some, come get some.
Right.
Not to quote John Cena. Throw the mic down, and then bam, hit Bailey's music. That's all you had to do.
Right.
Instead of oh God, that was just so. I felt so bad for her.
And I like to shout out how WWE fucking scam artists, and you could consider this false advertising, maybe fraud to sell tickets. So back at the end of December, when they announced Cena's coming back, Sean Ross, the guy he's extremely credible on Twitter, like about breaking news and stuff.
Okay.
He said John Cena wasn't going to be back. He's only going to be back for like 2 weeks. He's not even going to be there for the Rumble. He was legit back for 2 weeks. And they still advertised Cena like he was going to be at the Rumble because he said he started shooting a movie a week before the Rumble. And he's like, he's not going to be at the Rumble. He's only going to be back for 2 weeks. And that's just to get the ratings back up. And lo and behold, he was literally back for 2 fucking weeks. And WWE still advertised it like he was going to be at the Rumble. And then a week before, they said Cena's injured and may not be in the Rumble. And it wasn't until NXT TakeOver that they announced that Cena's not going to be at the Rumble. How
Jesus.
fucked up is that?
Yeah.
That's pretty shitty.
Why even waste our time?
Right. It was just a ploy to sell tickets. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Sell tickets and make sure people tune in.
Yeah. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Shitheads. But anyway, so Becky comes out, and what a pop. I mean, that's Stone Cold-esque. That was legit a Stone Cold style pop.
Oh, well, and then they just kept chanting Becky during when she was talking, which is like Austin-esque, where it's like, he's talking, and all of a sudden he says something, then it's an Austin chant just breaks out for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what was happening.
Ronnie,
it was awesome.
I told you I'd come back to you.
What? I came and I found you.
Yeah. I love it. I fucking love it. And, so the promo happens. The tweet I'm talking about, though. The tweet was, Rhonda tweeted to Becky about, what you're saying was fantasy make-believe, what I said was facts, and, all that. And she's like, I'm a natural-born killer, and I'm going to own you at WrestleMania again. Or that's, what her tweet said. And Becky's like, Ronnie, no, I believe that you're a killer because she's like, I believe that you're a killer because you were murdering that segment until I had to come out and bail you out.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
That was so good. That was so good. Yep. I'm looking at it right now. Yep. She goes, no, I believe you're a killer, Ronnie. You were murdering that whole segment until the man bailed you out.
Those replies, man. Those tweets back of the fans like Ronnie, delete your account. Just delete Twitter right now. If you're going to go against Becky, just delete social media until after you're done with Becky.
So here's... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
And no, I was just going to shout us out. That Nikki Bella tweet, those responses were fucking hilarious.
They were so good.
They were so funny. It went viral a little bit. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the GIFs, just the little replies. It was like, God damn, this is funny.
It's great.
So the man also tweeted out yesterday was her birthday. Happy birthday, the man.
Happy birthday.
It's a picture of her and Ronnie in the ring, and she goes, Ronnie, wish the man a happy birthday, you little weirdo. What
she keeps calling her a little weirdo. It's hilarious.
It's so subtle and so
weirdo.
Almost childish, but so funny. Almost bully-esque, where it's like, hey, you, come here. Wish me a happy birthday, weirdo.
Little weirdo.
I loved it, man. I thought Rhonda did a good job. That fun, her promo after.
Yeah, she got pissed. She legit got angry.
Yeah, she got and but I also love Becky Lynch just with that smirk.
Yeah, she's like, you ain't gonna do shit.
And at the end of the promo, she just goes, "We'll see."
Yeah. Do you think they main event WrestleMania? I think they have to.
I think they have to too, and I don't know if that's going to piss people off and be like the first ever women's main event at Mania is Ronda Rousey, who's only been there for a year.
Yeah, but if that payoff's Becky going over, making her tap out, I think it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. If Becky's got to go over.
Mm-hmm. Becky has to go over.
And it's honestly, I'm not saying Ronda's earned it, but Becky's earned it.
If Ronda doesn't, if Ronda doesn't tap out or put Becky over, Ronda's going to be like Roman the rest of her career. Like, she's going to get booed all the time.
Yep. It's not going to be pretty.
No, not at all. I got 2 more things I want to talk about real quick on SmackDown. It's a weird SmackDown episode, but
it was the weirdest one I've ever seen.
R-Truth title win was weird. Like, why? I understand, like, they're trying to make it. I get what they were trying to do because it's like R-Truth is weird and like goofy, that they're trying to make it a goofy ending to fit R-Truth's character. I get that. It looked fucking weird and it did not come over. It did not go over well.
No.
However, Samoa Joe's promo was fucking sick. He was just burying people, and then what he said to Hardy, which was hilarious, because after he said that, Orton started cracking up. Mustafa Ali was clearly biting his lip from laughing. Daniel Bryan started smiling, and even like Jeff Hardy was laughing. Like, I think they were all laughing at Orton. Like,
yeah,
because like Orton just goes, "Oh shit," and the line was just like, "Hey Jeff, how about you do us a favor, act like you're at the AA meetings to keep your mouth shut and hear what I have to say."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh man."
Dude, yeah, that was one of the best burns in a while, and I think I'm gonna put a prediction. I think we see Samoa Joe as WWE champion before the end of the year.
I think so too.
Possibly Money in the Bank winner, maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give him it.
I'd give him it too.
It's either him or Elias, depending on what they do with Elias. But I think Joe has the more over right now.
Joe is like really becoming into like his character, like especially after that. And he's like, hey AJ, how's our old girl Wendy doing?
Oh God, what did he say to Randy?
He's like, we haven't locked up yet, but I know I'll pull those fangs off you. And suck the venom
something
out.
like that. Yeah, Samoa Joe's he's something good.
Mm-hmm.
He's good on that mic. Yeah,
He is.
Jeff Hardy thing. I was like, oh God damn it, man, come on, leave
It's
Jeff alone.
Great. That's what, like, seriously, go back and watch it again. Look at all the wrestlers in the ring, like, laughing. And I think it kind of threw Joe off a minute because he stumbled his words, like, for a second after that, because he looked around and he's like, oh, damn, did I get you guys? Like,
Yeah, I got you guys to pop.
yeah.
I will say too. I think Mustafa Ali had a moment on the mic, and I think Randy or somebody kind of like caught him off guard, and he kind of did a good job trying to like. I think he kind of like rebutted back something that maybe wasn't like great, but like it's showing that he's like, he's not afraid to, when he gets called out on the mic or gets caught off guard. I think Mustafa Ali is going to be fucking good.
I think he is too.
I think it's only going to be better if he stays in the ring with guys like Joe and Orton and stuff, those veterans that can just fucking mold him and give him
I agree.
the fucking best advice, because he's good. He cuts good promos too. They're not like overly cliche, and he can just fucking go.
Yeah, and that Elimination Chamber match is going to be sick.
Dude, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. I was like, what are they doing with all these guys out there? And it was like, oh yeah, the Elimination Chamber.
Duh.
Oh my God, I felt like such a fucking mark. It's just like, what do we have, like a fatal 6-way next week or something?
Fatal
stupid?
6-way.
I was like, oh no, the fucking Elimination Chamber. It's gonna be tight. I think it's a good collection of guys.
It is.
You got Orton and Hardy, the older guys, and you got even Samoa Joe, and then you got Ali, who's probably gonna do something cool in there, and Daniel Bryan, and then whatever the fuck, I don't know what Rowan's gonna be doing.
Yeah, who knows? He'll probably break in like Chamber somehow and get Bryan the win.
They should have Rowan walk around the ring with like a recycling can and like have people throw their stuff
Dude,
away.
it was great when he threw away the title and the crowd starts chanting "recycle it."
Yeah.
It's great. But last thing I want to talk about. So Hideo Itami has been granted his release from WWE. Kenta. It's a little sad, but Hideo Itami was one of those guys that was just like, yeah, like can you imagine if he never got hurt in NXT?
Right.
He was supposed to be like NXT champion. Like, he was getting lined up to like wrestle Owens. Like, and then he got hurt, then he got hurt again. Then he was supposed to wrestle like they were getting ready for Nakamura, Hideo Itami, which would have been fucking unreal.
Yeah, that would have been nuts.
He He asked for his release. He got it. He changed his Twitter handle back to Kenta, which is a fucking badass name to begin with.
Yep.
But all the wrestlers are saying I respected Hideo Itami because I was like, his gimmick was like, respect me. And all the wrestlers on like 205 and like Smack, like all the wrestlers throughout WWE were just saying I respect Hideo Itami. I'm like, that's fucking cool. Like, it's a nice like send off.
Yeah, they understand guys got to do what they got to do.
And then on top of that, we learned that Dean Ambrose, Uncle Dino, is not renewing his contract in April, which seems to be legit.
It's weird. The announcement of it.
To me, it's because, I mean, like, you got to think about it this way. WWE has realized that, like, they've treated him, that's not what he wanted. He apparently hates the hokey shit. Like, that's what he said, that he hates hokey shit, and he wants his character to be, like, angry, like an angry heel, and they're still not doing it right. Yeah. And he's kind of fed up, and he's like, I just went out. And, you got to also think, like, he's a former WWE champion, and not to mention, we will never see a Shield reunion now.
Yeah, no, we won't. Which is, you might not even hear a reference of the Shield.
You almost have to, but it's just like,
right?
It's crazy. Like, we'll never see the Shield again. Like,
yeah,
as of right now, like, that's the last time we'll ever see the Shield, and like, that's crazy because that's like one of the biggest factions in wrestling history. Like. And that's done. So it's kind of like WWE is losing a major fucking player for them right now. And I think he's totally going to AEW. Like,
it'd be a smart. Can you imagine like him and like Jericho going at it?
Mm-hmm. And
or him and fucking anybody there.
Well, at Double or Nothing is in Las Vegas. That's his hometown.
Yeah.
Maybe the main event could be, like Jay Leto said, he could see Cody and Jon Moxley, the main event of Double or Nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't like not believe the report, and like, but I'm not like, I fully don't believe that it's like a storyline or we're trying to be sold either. I don't know. It's just, it's all so weird because it's like he cut that promo with like Triple H and Seth Rollins, and it was like, fuck yeah, I like that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And then he does the thing where it's like he's trying to talk after the ring and he gets cut off, and then they announce like he's not gonna sign, and it's like, did they intentionally be like, hey, go out there and go like get ready, like he's ready to cut a shoot promo, and then we're gonna announce like it's like, I believe it's probably like, he probably, I believe that he's probably not going to come back, but I'm also like, I'm not putting off completely that like maybe they're setting up because maybe they still believe they can change his mind.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, they have time.
That's why it's kind of booked. Why it was on Monday. Maybe maybe they think like, hey, maybe we can convince this guy. Maybe we can work something out. So,
do you want to know why I think they're being so nice about it?
Because Renee Young's a sweetheart.
Exactly. I don't think they want to lose Renee on commentary.
I don't think they would.
I don't know, man. Renee's like very well wanted. Like ESPN wanted Renee Young. Like,
yeah, they did. They wanted to take Michelle Beadle's spot.
Yeah, and like, so like, if Dean's leaving, who's to say that Renee doesn't go with him? And Renee has a shitload of options outside of WWE to where you could see her as a lead commentator for AEW.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the AEW effect is in full like form right now. It's in full blast. Like, look at all the wrestlers like asking for releases. Like, it's giving the wrestlers the balls to be like, I'm out. Like,
yeah. Which I think's awesome because like people always said, I think people were afraid to like challenge Vince's authority because they felt like there was nowhere to go.
They wouldn't get the money. Like,
yeah, and now they're like, fuck the money, man. Like, I came into wrestling to like do something, to do awesome stuff, and now it's just like I'm not able.
AEW's putting out that money.
Yeah, they're putting out that money, and they're putting out that creative ability to,
Yep.
They're not going to let people obviously do whatever they want, but hey, they get it. Like, let's try stuff. Let's be different.
Yep.
Let's not be so fucking cookie cutter.
I agree.
Like, all right, hey, WWE, oh yeah, we think Ambrose, yeah, we're gonna make him into this awesome guy, and then they give him like, it's like a hokey awesome guy. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
They made him too goofy.
Yeah, it's like we can see right through that. Like, just let him fucking. If you listen to your crowd, you listen to people what they say and why they like him. It's like just let him be Dean Ambrose, let him be John Moxley. Just let him fucking, Like,
hey Vince, go watch a fucking John Moxley promo or Dean Ambrose promo from even FCW or NXT.
Yeah,
where he was like crazy, like a legit like angry crazy person who was like, "I'm gonna kill you." Like,
right? Yeah, like. Come on, like So I don't blame him. I don't know. I don't want to lose Renee Young.
Yeah,
like
I don't
Renee.
Either.
Even though she didn't know the words to.
I was just about to say, did you see Corey Graves just point at her and start cracking up?
Yeah, that's a good thing I love about her though. Is like she could laugh. Like she's. I don't know. She's entertaining. I like her. She knows her stuff. She's different. So I don't know. Maybe she goes. Maybe she doesn't. I think maybe it depends on the schedule of AEW.
Yeah.
I could see it if it's like maybe it's going to consider, because I don't know how AEW like traveling and scheduling is going to go. Like how much they'll actually. I think they weren't kind of saying like you'll have more time off and stuff. But
they were saying they probably won't do like that many house shows like WWE. They said they're probably going to do a weekly show. It's going to be a weekly show.
Right.
But like, we just don't know if they're going to travel like that much.
They're not going to be wrestling 290 days a year.
No.
300 plus days a year. Yeah.
No, they'll do
so
once a week.
I think that's could affect it too. Like obviously they're married, so they don't want to be away from each other all the time. So
but
I
can also see like Ambrose like just taking time off. Like he seems like one of those guys that you just see like, whatever, I'm gonna go like do my own thing for a little bit and then come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like hike in the mountains and hang out with wolves and beat Dean Ambrose for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I really hope they work something out. I hope they realize they could probably be losing something huge. I mean, I know he's not like the biggest player, but he could be if they fucking let him be him.
He should have been.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying though, I actually do hope he leaves because I hope it is kind of like a slap in the face of like WWE. Like wake the fuck up. Like start producing better content. Give your wrestlers a little more creativity. Let them go in their freedom a little bit here. Like, because if you're not careful, a shitload of wrestlers are going to start showing up on AEW. And apparently, rumor is Jericho keeps calling out Lesnar because they're trying to bring Lesnar over to AEW.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was drunk when he was calling out Lesnar. Probably just need a little liquid courage to do it. I don't know.
Give it up, you got a gut. It's like, Jericho, you have a
Yeah, Jericho, you're fat. Come on, bud. But maybe that was the point of it. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's what I heard too. They might be trying to get Lesnar, and it's like that's why.
You know Jericho. He's like, here we go, Lesnar, Jericho, the battle of the dad bods.
Yeah.
Even though like Lesnar's like
ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. I know that's kind of your last thing, but I do want to ask you this. All right, so I know how we're all kind of pissed off at Vince for having AEW guys take their shirts off and stuff at events. Do you think he's doing that on purpose to build up AEW to have that competitor? I know that sounds wild and a little like far-fetched, but like maybe he's like, you know what? Maybe we could use some competition, and I think he knows that it's not going to really affect him or his company that much.
I don't know because it's like, but it's already affecting his company. Like that's the thing. Like it already is affecting the company. Like, and people on Twitter want to act like they're not like WWE isn't scared. It's like they're obviously scared. If they're telling people to take off the shirt in the front row, I don't think it's like to help them out. I think it's legit like he doesn't want like that shirt on TV. Which the funny thing is, if they never would have said anything, nobody would have noticed and nobody would have said a word. Nobody would have like even said a single word about that shirt.
Right. Well, they probably just been like, "Oh, hey, AEW shirt at Raw," but like
that blew up so negatively that it gave AEW just the ultimate like free publicity. Like it gave them so much publicity.
But that's why I almost think that like maybe Vince is kind of doing it intentionally because like he knows that like he knows either way like it with how media is like AEW is going to get noticed anyway, and like if he has them take shirts off, he knows that's going to get around. Like I don't know. I feel like somebody would be like, "Hey, not a good idea to do." Like it's going to get around and it's going to hurt us. I don't know.
I don't know. I just don't see it being like that for some reason.
Because I don't know how scared he actually could be.
I don't think he's scared, but I think he realizes that it's hurting him already. Because like I think it's totally given wrestlers the balls to be like, I want out.
Yeah, that's why okay. I think he's more. Are you saying he's more scared of wrestlers leaving rather than like losing fans?
Yeah, I mean, I think
okay.
I
thought you were saying he's scared of like losing. I thought you were saying he's kind of like more scared of like his fan base, like switching sides. Okay, that makes okay. I agree with that then completely. That like he's probably scared like, oh fuck, I'm gonna start losing guys because like I guess what you're about to say about Finn, it's like I think Finn was gonna fucking.
I think Finn was ready to leave, like for sure. I think Finn was ready to leave. They weren't doing anything with him, and his character's been so up and down. And then you have the Good Brothers. I bet you $1 million they're going to be on their way out. We'll see what Nakamura does. Like they're going to start losing these wrestlers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hope Finn better win the IC title at Mania.
Yeah,
or else, because then after that, then what are they going to do with him? I don't know. Unless they put him in the
we just
main
need,
title picture.
It's still Lesnar just holding the company hostage a little bit. It's still he needs to go away.
Yeah, he does. And
like if you want to have him back on, just have him back on. Just don't put him in a title picture. Like
yeah, and I know that like there's the reasoning behind Lesnar, but like the reasoning's gone on just a little too long.
Yep.
Because the reasoning was supposed to be to help Roman, and it didn't work with Roman, and they just kept throwing Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they just been doing the same story with him for like fucking 5 years now. It's like it's boring, it's stale, it's old. Like I get it, it's to help build up other stars, but it's like how maybe Dean Ambrose would still be here if the title was still around and he was facing Rollins for the title. I mean, we've talked about it for months how it's like and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, all these guys. It's like it's
WWE botched Ambrose like completely on that heel turn.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I have to say about that. All right, let's hit him with that 1, 2, 3 finish. Let's get on out of here. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes in.
Jesus. All right. 1, 2, 3 finish. My number one. I would save it for last, but like number one goes to number one, and that number one is the man, Becky Lynch.
Hell yeah, brother.
The ball keeps rolling. She's getting bigger and better. It's just the man.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, happy birthday, Justin Timberlake. And happy belated birthday, Becky Lynch. It's JT's birthday, man. I got to give him a shout out. And my number three, I've been watching old Manias. I'm sure you probably noticed that when I sent you that snap of CM Punk last night.
What a dick.
Yeah, such a dick. But I'm just going to say if there's one match that I realize that I can go back and watch over and over, knowing the result, but still just get suckered in, it's HBK Ric Flair. I watched it the other night, and like from start to finish, like I know what's going to happen. I've watched umpteen times, and I'm still just like, I still just get like chills.
Just lost.
And just lost, man. And it's just so good. And that's also the same Mania you get the best run-in I've ever seen from Charles Robinson. When he runs down the ramp at lightning speed, and it takes him forever. It's the funniest damn thing. But anyway, if there's a match that anybody's ever like, what should I watch? Just watch it. Just watch HBK and fucking Ric Flair, because it's just like the most emotional thing I've ever watched.
It is. It's pretty fucking emotional.
Yeah, it's just good. It's good. The beginning of the match, I don't want to drag on too long, but they're kind of going at it, and I guess it was after HBK called him like an old what do you call him?
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller, and they're in the corner, and I think Flair's kind of like not breaking off like the 5 count. HBK's like, get off me, and what does he do? I think Flair like slaps him in the face. And HBK's like, are you fucking... Like, I think he legit was like, what the fuck, old man? And Flair just goes, Old Yeller, huh? Old Yeller, huh?
Yeah.
Let's do this. I was like, oh my God, yes! Like, it just, like, fuck, he was, like, ready just to put his heart and soul into that last match. Just like, fuck, man.
And he actually hit a crossbody.
Yeah! I'm just like, God, dude, the match is just so fucking good. So, that's my 3 most random 3 count ever. So, that is that.
My number one, go Pats. Go Pats, go. Let's go. Let's get another Super Bowl. Fuck Kroenke. Number 2, the man, always comes around, Ronnie. Watch out. Let's go,
Little
Becky.
weirdo.
You little weirdo, Ronnie. And number 3. I hope you feel better, Jim. I'm going to say that every time until you come back, but I hope I don't die in Vegas.
Yeah, man, have fun. That'll be a blast. Win some money.
Can't wait. I hope so. I could use it.
But maybe put a little bet on the Blues.
Yeah, maybe. I wish I could put a bet on, like, hey, ESPN 101s, they're going to cover Blues games because they're too far up Doug Armstrong's gas right now.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, honestly, if you're down there, if they have any baseball bets, you should put money down on the Cardinals for, like, a World Series win. Not a lot, but maybe if it's cheap, put some down.
I might think about that.
I'll give you my odds. There's a good chance they could win. So you never know. You might end up winning a bunch of money, and you'll look back and be like, oh. Like, you'll be at my funeral, and you'll be like, Stoutsy was right.
I'll put $1 in your coffin.
Thanks, man. If you win a bunch of money, I'm hoping maybe you'd buy like an old casket from WWE that has like Taker's name on it or something. But
it's gonna be a closed casket. Like, I gotta open this. Real quick. Hold on. Oh my God! Here, take the $1. Fuck.
Here, take this. It smells like shit in here.
I gotta take a shower now.
We are not normal.
No, we're not. Anyway, you can go follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope whenever we get back onto that. At Offended Pod. Make sure to go follow PWP at PWP Nation, all social media platforms as well. You can buy our t-shirt at www.prowrestlingtees.com and search Offended. Oh, and shout out, I meant to do this at the fucking beginning of the episode until I forgot. Shout out to Podcast Missouri.
Yep.
We're on there now. Spread the love. They're going to be helping us, like promoting us, so good on them. I've meant to totally shout them out at the beginning of the episode until I forgot. I think I was just excited about the Super Bowl in Vegas and Songs of the Week. But
that's fair.
And just talking about Robert and his passport. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Trick1042. You can follow Stoutsy at
Jimmy James 9417 on Twitter and Instagram, and James V Stout on the Snapchat.
There you go, brother. Whenever Stoutsy can make it out of the poop pit and come to the cockpit, we will do our 90s episode, our last 90s episode.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be back with our weekly wrestling wrap-up, hopefully. So
Yeah. Until then,
to
we'll
look forward
keep
to,
doing them
people.
on here.
Yep.
All right, well, for Stoutsy of Tricky, this has been Offended, presented by PWP Nation. We'll see you next week.
Bye!
Hey, happy 80th episode, by the way.
Whoa, look at us.
Yeah, all right. Bye.
Bye!